Boys, welcome back to the studio. The AC's working. It feels great.
Hello, America.
Good to see your wonderful faces, safe and sound, no scars. Wedding week for Mac. The
big
bells,
week, big week,
the
big week,
bells
big
are
week. Yep.
chiming.
Yeah. I want to talk wedding for 20 hours this week. Like, I am really excited for you to
excited.
get married. It's the end of a long
like you
process. Well, it's the end of a long process. My God,
lot.
I mean, it's the end of a long process. It's the end of a long process of planning. It's the end of a long process of family getting involved. It's the end of a long process of where you and your wife just want to be together. You know, it's like
we're just ready.
You wonder why people elope, right? I mean, after
We
going
made that
through
joke
the wedding,
the other day. Yeah,
well,
like, we get it now. Yeah, this makes sense.
You totally understand. Because
but it's going to be a great Saturday. It's going to be fantastic.
Here we are. We're finally at the tail end of this thing, right, Mac? You're speeding towards the wedding day, and it's less than a week away, and you get the opportunity to finally. I say put this to bed because I mean,
Literally.
I know what people deal with when they get married. You know, people come out of the woodwork. You got aunts that are bitching about the steak. I mean, it just ends up being a situation where when it's over, it's over. And remember, and I'm going to tell you this every day until this event happens.
Yeah.
There are two people that this day is about: you and your wife, you and your bride. It's not about anybody else. I don't care what your mother has to say. I don't care what her mother has to say. I don't care what your father, her father, anybody has to say and what their thoughts are about this wedding. Remember, this is your day. And I'm speaking to myself of 20 years ago who didn't listen to myself of 20 years from now, because you let your family get involved. You let people meddle around at times. And it's not just family, it's friends, it's drama. I mean, you sit somebody at the wrong table, by God, they're going to lose their effing mind.
We did that this weekend. That was the whole thing.
Oh, I'm sure it was, yeah.
Grandma over here, or was she like these people, or... All of it. I'm ready. I got goosebumps even though we're talking about it. I'm just ready,
You're
man.
just
I'm
ready
so
for
excited.
it to be done. And honeymoon.
Monday morning.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect. And so
yes.
you get out of town right afterwards, and then you're on your deal, and you're going, and it's just you and your wife.
Yes.
And you get a week
My
or
wife.
whatever it is together to be, and to start forming your relationship, and to remember, it is about you two and nobody else. And I was telling somebody this over the break, is like, I keep our family text thread, and it's the only ones that matter is the name of our family text thread, and it's the four of us.
That.
And we're the only ones that matter. And I've looked at my wife recently.
Mine's called Geek Squad. Two Americans.
Because I look at my wife all the time. She starts talking about stuff. I go, does this really matter? Does this really matter to us? And the answer usually is no. And so you got to keep
your unit, your people.
It's you.
Yes.
It is you. Roll your eyes at everybody else and do what you want to do, because it is your day.
But
That's her day.
Let's get to the actual seriousness of the conversation. How many single friends of Simone's will be there?
You have a few. You have some options.
Okay.
Yeah, you have some options.
Okay. I'm down.
I know that I'm hard.
Well, we gotta polish that a little bit. You don't want to walk into the wedding and be like, I know that I'm hard. Like,
Dusty walks in and goes, is this the pants party?
You got to work your way up there.
or I walk in like whenever Carrington walked into Heisler's wedding, and it's like, shouldn't you guys not see
I will
each other?
point you back to the parking lot.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. Yeah. Sorry.
See you later.
You're gone. Don't even bother coming in, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny if like somehow we could incorporate like drops into your wedding that we have on the show. Do you, Mac? Mac's awesome. Like,
Mac's awesome.
oh man, that's awesome. You, please, my only advice, Bob just gave you like 10 minutes of advice. My only advice, Kleenex is in the inner pocket. You are going to bawl your eyes out, and that's totally
good
fine.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
you will be emotional, and that's good.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll cry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I
should be.
100% will cry.
Yes, I'm an emotional guy, so it's going to come.
Like
it's
as
gonna
soon as I find the single friend lady, I'm going to sit next to her, even though I'll be on the friend side of the groom, and do the tears. So that she's like, oh, this guy. We lost a lot of guys out there in radio. You have no idea. You know what I mean? For wedding cry. I thought you played for the Yankees. Well, you know, like trades and cuts. Like you lost guys in radio. Well, where do I start? But let's get to it, because somebody does say in the text line, guys, Mac did a fantastic job last week while you guys were
thanks,
gone.
man.
Way to go, Mac.
Except for when he would get in the text line in a frenzy every time he brought up LeBron, Kobe, or when he said this, Bob Fescoe, Brett Veach should be
That
fired.
was not a statement that ever happened.
I mean,
Bob.
look, I'll just
That was
be
not a
honest
statement
with you.
that ever happened.
I've tried to lead. You take your own lane, and whatever you say is attributed back to you. What do I give a rip what you say?
Do you see what Bob's shirt says today, man? But no, seriously, I don't know how you guys took in the World Cup championship game. Bo on the whole thing. All the local spots, Kansas City, I think they showed out. They were the number one place. The World Cup is over. Spain beats Argentina in extra time. A dominant, I get it. I can already read the text line without him coming in. Spain dominated, man. And you say, 1-0. Did Argentina ever shoot?
I mean, I take away what Carrington said yesterday on X. We were watching the game on a flight, so it was perfect. A 2-hour flight, 2-hour game. It was wonderful,
that is
right?
Sick.
It was actually perfect. Like, we took off right when the game started and landed. I mean, we walked out of baggage claim, and we're walking, underneath where the buses all come up.
You were like, please no penalty kicks. Please no penalty kicks.
And so we're watching it, and all of a sudden we hear, Gol España! And people are yelling at the airport, and it's all echoing underneath the area where all the buses and cars pick you up on the lower level there as we're getting on the Park and Go bus and headed back to our car, which, by the way, everybody else waiting for some other company. Wrong. So it was fantastic to stand out there and hear that and to kind of, hear people's joy for seeing that yesterday. But Carrington said, he goes, this is like a third preseason game. And he was right. I mean, that thing was boring. I mean, no shots in the first 74 minutes or whatever it was for Argentina. That's wild to me. Not one shot on goal yesterday.
Not one shot.
Not one shot.
Yeah.
Not even a goal, not a shot.
Spain had
goal.
12 and 20, 12 on target, 20 shots.
God.
Argentina had zero.
I think it's an 18-yard penalty box. I don't think they even dribbled the ball in the box for the first 105 minutes. I mean, they did not get the ball in the 18-yard penalty box.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So you understand why we, as American fans, find that boring. Whereas somebody who is soccer analytical and knows the game of football, they'd be like, dude,
that's a 1-0 baseball game to you and I.
I guess I really like soccer. I'm in the minority. Carrington and I got into it, but had a little exchange on Twitter about it. I guess I just really love soccer because I thought it was incredible. I thought it was awesome. I guess I'm just there. I think I really like this sport. I didn't think it
was boring. I thought it was intense because at one point the whole match pivots on that shot that goes in. Now, if it was Argentina or if it was Spain, and every time Messi got the ball, the announcer's like, here he goes. And you knew where 10 was on the field.
Totally.
And then Spain just kept pushing and pushing. You're like, eventually they're going to get one in. But if Argentina got one in, I mean, I guess I'm spoiled from playing FIFA. That just felt like a very fun FIFA match to me. Now, it was definitely a FIFA match, which, by the way, after watching all the shows and everything that went on, FIFA's got more money than anybody in the world.
They got more money than they know what to do with. Do you realize the winning team got $52 million yesterday? That's more than the NFL passes out for the Super Bowl. I mean,
all the performances. I don't know what Tom Cruise's thing was. Here comes Ethan Hunt, a.k.a. Tom Cruise, out there to give this, we are the world. And I was just like, okay. And then he hit that Espana, the way that John Travolta said, wickedly town. He was like, with the España. And I'm like, that's Tom Cruise saying that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then it was into the whole, fireworks, the halftime show. Ted Lasso subs in Justin Bieber. I don't know, man. I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad that we had it. I'm glad that we could move on, I think is where I'm at.
Yep.
It is a long tournament.
But it went fast.
I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean,
I feel like it did. It got us through the summer. I mean, it really did. I didn't expect soccer to kind of carry the entire country, through the summer. And I thought it did a really nice job of doing that. I mean, imagine if the World Cup wasn't going on this year. What would sports fans in America be doing? Baseball's been a dud unless you're, one of these top teams out there right now. Football, 17 days from today, we have the preseason game, the Hall of Fame game. Binkley's down there, keeping track of how many games he can. I heard last night, actually,
all over the place.
Binkley's getting ready to transition from football to football. I mean, he's getting ready to go from football to football right now. And you got that.
Scared there.
I was very scared.
You got that 17-day window where Binkley's going to transition from football to football.
Oh, he's ready.
Oh, he's ready.
He's there.
I know it's football season when he puts the dip on the left side instead of the right side.
Oh, is that the key?
Yeah, keep it. You got to repatch it in the off season. Yeah. Either the left side's where I normally do it in the wintertime because it's all soggy in the regular season.
But I will say this from the takeaway from soccer, the 2-hour game time frame is perfect. I mean, how do we get every sport to fit into that window? I think for everybody, and especially, America moving forward with where everybody's attention spans are, that 2-hour window, guys, was glorious.
Perfect.
And I love the hydration breaks. And then you got halftime. You got 3 stoppages in a game. You got a stoppage in each half, 20 minutes in, which is a perfect time for stoppage. Go to the bathroom, grab yourself a drink, whatever you need to do. Come back, watch the next 20 minutes. It breaks up the monotony of, the soccer of just kicking the ball back and forth. And so I think there's got to be a way, man. We got to find a way to condense everything into that 2-hour window. It was great. It's like soccer in 2 hours. That's a game changer for me. And I've always heard from people over the years, take the kids to the Sporting KC game back when they were still playing at T-Bones phones and whatever. They go, games are 2 hours. You're in and out. It's perfect timing. And the older I get, the more I realize that 2 hour time frame is money, I think, for a lot of people, man.
Yeah, that's why do you think that we all love the pitch clock and the ghost runner in the 10th? Like,
I mean, how do we speed up the NFL? Because that's going to be the next question. People are going to start watching the NFL, and they're going to be like, oh, my God, these games are 3 hours, 15 minutes. How do we speed this thing up? Because if we can cram a 90-minute soccer game into 2 hours and then have extra time on top of that, and it goes like 2 hours, 10 minutes, how do we do that with football? How do we do that with the NFL?
Well, you won't. They oversold.
I know. They oversold, yeah.
They've oversold their spots. Like think about it. Welcome to the NFL. They do the introductions with whoever's doing it. They go to commercial. They come back. They kick the ball off. Commercial. They come back. 3 and out. Commercial. Come back. Kick the ball off. Commercial. We played 1 minute of the game.
Right, and that's the thing. The ball movement
and it's
in the
12-15. So, I mean, that's you just can't do that because the NFL just can't say no to money. Coming up, what did this say about Messi's legacy? Plus, it is a Monday. We do our overreactions here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends, over at the Sheet Metal Workers, local number 2, are trying to do great things here in Kansas City, and that means they're looking out for everybody because they have one mission: to build strong partnerships between members, business partners, customers, and community. And there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers, local number 2. So if you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. And the Sheet Metal Workers will help adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during times you need it the most. That gives you the opportunity to go out there and bid every project that suits your business model. They'll provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training for your current employees. And Local 2 has spent over 137 years developing relationships within the communities we serve. There's no downside, and it's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward info on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers, local number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Lawman, jungle law.
It's a lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The lawman gets results. Jungle law team. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine. The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey guys, it's Cody and Gold, and this July, Centric is honoring freedom and those who earned it. At Centric, veterans and transitioning service members have the freedom to prepare for civilian IT careers through hands-on training, career support, and strong employer relationships over at Centric.
And for those who qualify perhaps through the GI Bill, your benefits may help cover the cost of training. Your next chapter deserves the same purpose. Centric, training for what comes next. Centric.com. That's CENTRIQ.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important, trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Conservative, family man, author of The Bald Plan to Reduce Property Taxes. Listen to Scott Schwab.
Property taxes are killing Kansans. But one day, it hit me. Bald.
BALD stands for Better Affordable Living by Decreasing Property Taxes. And it's the only detailed plan. Schwab's BALD plan means voter approval for property tax hikes, refunds for unfair assessments, and tax relief for seniors and working families. Listen to Scott Schwab.
I focus on reducing taxes for Kansans. You should keep more. My BALD plan makes sure of it. When I'm governor, we'll get it done.
Finally, a governor with a good head on his shoulders. Author of the BALD Plan to Decrease Property Taxes. Conservative Republican Scott Schwab for governor. Visit scottschwab.com/bald to learn more. Paid for by Schwab for Governor, Jim Felter, Treasurer.
Brought to you by Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Visit ClimateControlKC.com. Climate Control has been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years and know how to get your cooling system ready to handle the scorching hot summer. Schedule your AC system tune-up for just $49. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
What's up? It's Patrick Mahomes, and you're listening to The Home for Chiefs Football. 96.5, The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Nothing like coming back from vacation just to mow your lawn. Oh yeah, gonna be fun. Gonna get that Surfside out of my body. Still got to detox for like 72 hours. Yes, me, detox. That is a true statement.
I'll be honest with you, the last couple of weekends we've been out and about doing our thing. 0 alcohol. Have you guys found these THC drinks? Ha ha!
Hello, America.
Party in a can, baby.
Well, Robbie Williams had himself a party at the World Cup. I didn't know that was Robbie Williams. I don't know if you've ever seen this video. Like, it's called like I Don't Want to Rock DJ.
Oh my God!
And he
Look
just
at the
peels
TV.
Oh wow! There's a wreck on.
There is a semi that has fallen over on I-35 and is blocking the entire southbound lane north of Kansas City. The semi is perpendicular to I-35, literally blocking the entire highway. There is nobody getting past that.
That's Go home. Crazy. Just call your boss.
Holy cow. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that.
But when big tournaments or big games are played, legacies are the conversation. I think that was the last, I'm pretty positive that was the last World Cup we see Lionel Messi play.
Mm-hmm.
We already know Ronaldo said he's done. Obviously, I think he's 41. He'd be 46, 44, 45 by the time the next one played. That's not happening. What did this tournament tell you about Leo Messi's legacy in the world of soccer? Solidified as the greatest of all time, because I don't know if a lot of people would have said that before this tournament. He would finish his career going to back-to-back World Cup finals, losing in this last one, but winning in the other one. He's got a World Cup. He's been notoriously known as maybe the greatest player of his generation. I know Ronaldo and him can have conversations. But it's interesting to talk because I feel like we're seeing the next generation of superstars before our eyes with Haaland and Mbappe. I don't know if Kane plays in the next one. I know he's up there in age, probably 33-ish, probably.
I think he's 32.
32,
yeah.
so he might play in one more, but won't be what he was in this one or the previous one. He's won the Golden Boot before in the World Cup. But Leo Messi's legacy, to me, let me know that he is a global superstar. Already was, but even more so now that America hosted it, where you might have had people who have been maybe 10 to 13 years old that didn't really remember much of what the last World Cup was, or remember the 2016 World Cup, I believe, is where he basically was like, I don't know if I want to play in these anymore. Like, he was done with it. And almost full circled his legacy with Argentina. We already knew what it was with Barcelona. We know now that he's with Inter Miami, who is now a part owner of. Probably going to live there the rest of his life, live like a king. And I think the legacy that I got from that is he is, I don't know, probably the most known, celebrated, and greatest soccer player that a lot of generations have seen play the sport. And there's two knocking on the door that are very young that will come into the next World Cup as the two faces going in this World Cup. Plus, there's that 18-year-old or 19-year-old from Spain.
I also think there's a group of,
yeah.
I also think there's a grouping of people who think Messi's a complainer. There's a word that starts with a B that I heard a lot of people use to talk about with him. And then we were watching the game on Wednesday in New Orleans. We stumbled upon a British bar in New Orleans, in Algiers Point. You take a ferry across the Mississippi River to this Algiers Point. There's this British pub over there. We had no idea it was it, right? We walk in. We're watching the game. It's England versus Argentina. They were dropping the C word.
Whoa!
Out of him.
Whoa!
So it depends on who you talk to.
Of course.
About Messi, right? And I walk away from this, and my number one takeaway, if you're looking at individual players, Mbappe is the best player that I've ever seen play soccer. And I really like what I saw out of him. I enjoyed watching him play. I thought he was fun to watch, the speed, the way that he kind of led that French team. I know they ended up not winning this whole thing, but that's where I walk away from. I go, yeah, Messi may be, great of all time, but Mbappe's the next generation. He's going to be here a while, man. I love watching that guy play.
He's my age.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I think the thing that's also fun to do with, as, we do this show in America, we don't really talk a lot of soccer, which is obvious, but, the way that I saw this was kind of like this was Messi's last hurrah, knowing that there's superstars behind him that were probably past numbers that he has put up in these games. And this was kind of like the passing of the torch from Messi, Ronaldo, and Kane and those guys to the Haalands, the Mbappes. And it gave me the similarity of it was always Tom Brady's league until Tom Brady was ready to step away, and then it was going to become Patrick Mahomes' league, right? We saw Mahomes do all these crazy things as a young quarterback in the NFL where it was man, the way he throws the ball, the way he avoids, disaster, the way that he comes back late in games and just you never doubt this guy. It's kind of like watching Mbappe play, right? France was down, 4-0 in that third place game, and it ended up being 6-4 was the final score. Just nuts because they don't play defense. Obviously, they don't care. They're getting money, but at that point, they're just get us out of here. We want to go back home. But again, I think that you saw a little bit of that of okay, this guy is solidified as the greatest of all time, maybe now because of what Messi has done. Mbappe went to the finals and won. Mbappe went to the finals and lost. Then this year he gets to the third place game. And it's kind of it's about Messi. Messi's in the championship game. He's never out of it. It's going to be Messi's thing until he's done. And now it's you have the France team with Mbappe where it's okay, you've got at least 2 more World Cups to go get 1 more. That number is still out there to catch, but you got to do it. But you've also got the numbers that are going to go past Messi, right? He sets the all-time World Cup goals, and then Mbappe is already going to pass him. Or if he is already passing him. I mean, Mbappe won the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
10 goals. 10 in the World Cup. And he's got 2 more to go. So I think now it's the change of the guard. It's the torch being passed to where it's hey, I'm no longer that world superstar anymore because I'm not going to play in these things anymore. Now it's yours.
I think also, too, the Messi kind of connotation depends on where you are, in the world. I think, what I experienced is that we are so new at soccer, we like everything here in the United States. But then you start to intermingle with fans from other countries and other places, and they have a completely different impression of Messi than I think we do here. I watch Messi, I'm like, oh, that's cool, man, he's good, whatever. And then you see comments and you hear comments and you think that you see things from other fan bases in other countries that really just don't like the guy. You know, people are calling him a flopper and all this kind of stuff. He's a complainer. He's a cheater. I heard people use that term, you know, for Messi and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking, a cheater? I don't understand how that happens. But that seems to be the impression of him elsewhere. It's like we're new to the sport like Europe is new to the NFL. And maybe they love Tom Brady and Bill Belichick over there. And in here, we're like, those guys are cheaters. We hate those guys. It's interesting to me, just by intermingling with fans over the last 6 weeks and so, and hearing from different fan bases, how people look at Messi differently all over the world. I think he really is a polarizing type of player, and the best ones always are.
So is every great player in every sport a flopper?
Yes,
Mahomes is a flopper.
Cheater,
LeBron's a flopper.
yes, of course.
It's
Unless you're a fan of that team, you get tired of watching that play. Like, everybody loved Patrick Mahomes in the first 2 years, and then it got to be too much, and then he's complaining to the refs. And same with Tom Brady. I mean, when they won that Super Bowl in 2001, you know, in the 2001 season and beat the Rams, oh, my God, this is cool. This is Tom Brady. This is the Patriots. All right, year 7 of this, we're a little tired of this now, right? You're a flopper, you're a cheater, and all those things did apply at one point, you know, to New England, because they were cheating, obviously. But yeah, I think once you reach a certain level as a player, you go from being loved and revered to being just hated and people despising you because they're tired of you and they're ready for somebody else to kind of, you know, show their hand. It is. It's a very big compliment. Yeah.
I feel like the only 2 athletes that didn't get that treatment were, well, maybe 3. Maybe Montana, Tiger, and Jordan. I don't know if anybody ever had anything negative to say about Jordan's like gameplay or how he played the game. It's always been like, he played defense and he scored and he was a killer and, you know, won his titles, never lost in the finals. And then like Tiger, I don't know how you can really cheat in golf. We'll get to that, Bryson. But you know, I think those are like some of the only 2. But like, you know, Bob's right when you talk about Mahomes. Like at first it was like, oh, the Chiefs finally got a quarterback they drafted in 30 years.
Oh, everybody loved him.
Oh, he debunked the Texas Tech narrative, a Big 12 narrative of being a quarterback in the Big 12 that makes it in the league. And then 3 years later, it's like Mahomes gets every call. Like he, you know, skews the rules. He's complaining to the referees that he didn't get hit, and then he gets a flag. You look at Steph Curry. We started to get annoyed that he chewed on his mouthpiece when he shot free throws.
That's right.
Like that's where we dug into the pocket of hatred.
Because there was nothing else on Steph Curry, right?
And then it was like, you know, where people that respect the game and the art of being able to shoot the ball as effectively that he was, to where it got to the point where it's like, he's too cocky. As soon as he shoots, he turns away and it's a swish. That's pretty cool. Like, I don't know if, like, you know, a lot of people can do that. So if you can walk the walk and talk the talk and shoot the shot, like, you might as well just keep doing it. But it got to the point where it was like, I think what put everybody over the edge on Golden State was the addition of Kevin Durant. And they didn't really take it on Kevin Durant. They took it more out on Steph Curry. Draymond Green was the bad guy.
Oh, they took it out on KD.
They did.
Yeah,
but it was
of course
more,
they ruined his whole career.
But it wasn't more so like, oh, KD's chewed on his mouthpiece. He's annoying.
Yeah.
It was more so like, he's a ring chaser.
Yeah, he's a chaser.
Yeah,
right.
That's what they said about
win.
KD. Yeah, he, you know, he had the burner accounts and all that kind of stuff. Wasn't
Cupcake,
able,
I think was the terminology they used.
Yeah, all that kind of
yep.
stuff with KD. So he took his, you know, kind of brunt of the whole thing. But, you know, I think ultimately when you look at, you know, athletes and the arc that they take, yeah, everybody wants somebody to be good. Then as soon as they get good, it's like then we want to bring them down. We want to knock them down for whatever reason. We hate success and we hate people achieving all this success.
Which is also why everybody loves Josh Allen.
Yeah, right, because he has none.
Because he hasn't
done anything. Number 1 quarterback in the NFL, hasn't done squat. Also, when you look at, you know, those 3 athletes that you mentioned, save Tiger Woods, but really Tiger is kind of in this. All 3 of those guys played before social media.
I was just thinking that too.
You know, who knows what people would have said really about Joe Montana, what they would have said about Michael Jordan, what they would have said about Tiger Woods in the early days when he was playing, if social media was readily available. I mean, Tiger Woods was about 10 years into his career before, you know, Twitter really got going, right? I mean, Jordan was done before the internet existed. So was Montana.
We would have made fun of him for his tongue being out or something.
Of course.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this guy doing this.
Yeah.
He's a ball hog or whatever. He doesn't get anybody else involved. You know, whatever the case may be. Joe Montana, we probably would have said he has a weak arm. He's got a noodle arm.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. You know, how trade Joe Montana. Like, there would have been negative comments about those guys had social media. I think a lot of this, too, has become because of social media. We get to see what people are thinking and saying about some of these athletes, and maybe that's where perceptions change because people are complaining about these guys.
It is Monday, 6:30. Time to do some overreactions. Mac, you're on the top of the list, and welcome to my club, as I have been on this for about 2 years now.
Yeah, maybe it's just with age. I'm growing to dislike it. At first, I thought Fanatics Fest was fun. It's a bunch of athletes, bunch of celebrities.
Corrupt.
It's games. Dude, yeah, first of all, yeah, we can get into that. It's corrupt Fanatics. Come on, be better. But this just looks cringy. Everything about it was cringy. I
You
mean,
don't like seeing Livy Dunn throw fastballs?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good on that. I'm good on Tom Brady.
What's the Tom Brady
and the
stuff?
Logan Paul? I'm good on that. I'm good on even Justin Bieber, who I love. You know, you got a believer over here back in the day. I'm good on all of it. It just looks cringy. It looks fake. It looks produced. It just looks like it's made for probably kids, and that's probably why I don't think it's fun anymore.
Yeah, the Tom Brady, Logan Paul stuff, man. Like, what is Tom Brady doing? I mean, how him giving the finger from the?
Yeah, staying relevant.
I mean, come on, man. Giving the finger from the other suite.
That
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, dude, what are we
It's
doing?
so fake and so forced. Like that's the thing that like it's not normal. It's not natural. I'm with you on that. That was kind of a dud over the weekend. But that's my overreaction too. Cam Scadaboo's going to flip himself out of the NFL. What an idiot. Like, that guy may be the dumbest player that the NFL has ever seen. And there's been a lot of dopes. But, I mean, you're coming back from a gruesome injury, and you're up there doing a backflip on a stage, and then you wipe out. That guy is gonna flip himself right out of an NFL career.
Yeah, that was.
And for the 816, $958 to take a picture with Brunson.
How much?
$958. Would you pay that, Bob? Knicks fan?
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you got. You got overcharged for pictures with these guys. You're not that cool. Sorry, love you, Jalen Brunson, but like, come on, man.
Who's paying that?
It's ridiculous.
And that's the other thing too, is that like they have like almost like outcharged themselves, because now you have these huge billionaires buying these cards just to have them, to turn them into an investment, which is essentially what Alex and I do, but we don't have the millions to go buy the Ohtani card, sit on it until he's, I don't know, retired, and then sell it for another $3.5 million.
Isn't that what Brady just did with the Mendoza?
And that's what Brady's doing.
Brady's
and now
doing
Brady's
that.
invested into the card thing. Obviously, there's one down at Power and Light that he endorses as well. And so all these people are getting into it, and now it's like the whole card thing has jumped the shark.
Well, they're doing exactly what we saw when I was a kid. It was a kid industry. We were fun. We were loving it. And then it got to be to the point where you had to have a lot of money, and then the card industry died off for a generation, right? And now it's back. But it does risk being, killed off. But I will say this, $958 to take a picture, there's a market for it because people are paying it. And remember what we were talking about with the World Cup and the ticket prices? And, nobody's going to go because it's too expensive. They were at over 99% capacity for the entire World Cup. And they did it the right way. People paid for those experiences. And I hate to say it, man, like the World Cup doing that sucks for the rest of us because everybody else is going to look around and go, all right, maybe we can raise all our ticket prices for everything, and people will pay it. But there's a group of people out there. I think like 14%. I saw something. I don't know. Rovell had some stat about how much of the world's population is now millionaires or something like that. It was like 14% or something, and they're investing in all of this kind of stuff, making everything else expensive for the rest of us.
Well, if you think the Brady and Paul thing is cringe, I can tell you. The text line kind of brought it up before I get in there with it, but you're in like the road to WrestleMania season.
It's happening.
It is going to happen.
Good.
Whether Brady's going to be a special guest referee, you have SummerSlam coming up, which is like one of the big monumental, like there's WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam, right? SummerSlam, I believe, is in August. WrestleMania is in April, and the Royal Rumble is in January. So you have all these things that build up to it. Tom Brady will somehow be incorporated into it. It works for the WWE. It's not working for all of us. My overreaction comes from the NFL because, Mac, your boy, is starting to dive into fantasy football because my draft is in about 5.5 weeks.
Okay.
The end of August, I believe, is when we do that draft. Right before the big holiday that kicks off before the season starts, right? Always the Monday of Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yep,
that's
usually, when we always do our draft.
Same.
Ashton Genty will be the number one running back in fantasy football this year.
Let's go.
I get it that Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs will probably be the number one and number two guys picked in most leagues. I don't know how many of you out there do 2 quarterback leagues, but I believe with how they will incorporate Ashton Genty, I've seen a lot of people say that he is projected to be a breakout superstar in the running back position. Obviously, last year, a rookie year. Who's their quarterback? Check down Kirk, right? What are they going to do? They don't want Cousins throwing the ball 35 times a game. No way do the Raiders want that. So what do they do then? They're going to hand the ball off a lot. They're going to throw a lot of screens. They are going to use Ashton Genty, and there's a chance that this year in the NFL, we see the Genty that we saw at Boise State getting the bulk of the offense through him, running the ball. They've upgraded their offensive line. They spent a lot of money this offseason.
Yep.
They are going to use Genty more than we've ever seen. You're going to see the Michael Myers stand back there. I believe Ashton Genty will be the number one running back just because of volume. And what do we do in fantasy football, Mac, when we draft? Draft on volume. Who's going to get the ball more than anybody else? That guy
touches. I need touches,
They got
man.
Bowers.
Yes.
I get that. And if they do tend to start Mendoza earlier than they probably want to, with Kirk Cousins maybe not being able to hold up back there, what's Mendoza going to do?
It's a rookie QB. You got to
He's
give him checkdowns.
He's going to throw to Bowers, and he's going to hand off to Genty or throw to Genty.
Hold on. Tom Brady's got that 1-of-1 card. How is that going to raise value if you've got Mendoza handing off to Genty?
Well, when they put 8 guys in the box and he can get lucky on a couple of shooters down the field.
Tom Brady's like, I got to get this card increasing in value, man. I got to get this guy's playing time. Get him out there. Let him play. Let him throw the football.
Yeah, people who think Genty wasn't good last year just didn't watch the Raiders. That offensive line was horrific. He was touched before he even got past the line of scrimmage on over like 50% of his runs or whatever the stat was last season. It was ludicrous. So, no, dude, I love that. I love that. They spent the money. I'm excited. Plus, you got a new coach who just won a Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator. He should add a boost there.
And where did he win a Super Bowl at?
Seattle.
And what do they do with running backs?
Oh, they run the ball.
Utilize the running back.
They run the ball.
So, if you have the 6th pick in your draft, I wouldn't be mad if you took Genty in that position.
Yeah, I like that.
He will be a first-round pick, but then when other these people go receiver, because I think it'll go maybe I'm just spitballing here from what I've read. Gibbs, Robinson 1 or 2, Chase 3rd, JSN 4th. You're going to get in that run of receivers where people are going to start taking Jefferson. They're going to start taking these guys. Genty's going to be there. Don't hesitate. Just take it via volume. So I think Genty breaks out this year.
And to your point, like I was just like, who's their other running backs? I didn't even know who's behind them. Mike Washington Jr. is their RB2.
I've never heard of that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any relation to Kermit Washington?
He's Mike Washington's son.
And then Raheem Mostert, who's had like 7 ACL tears and has got to be over 31 now.
Now, he's going to piss a lot of people off because he's going to get a lot of inside the 5 looks.
That's always what he does, right?
But that's just what he did in Miami for all those years when they had him. And
he's 34.
Was it him and Achane when Achane was a rookie 2 years ago? And they had him and Mostert back there. And Mostert all of a sudden was like, didn't he like lead the league in touchdowns? Mostert
there was
did?
something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. He had a lot of touchdowns one year, yeah.
Maybe the other overreaction this weekend comes from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He did this in the most Zlatan way, right? Never seen him on TV before. Guess what? You're never going to see him on TV again.
I've been talking a lot the last 1.5 months, so this will be my last words. I want to take this moment. Alexi, thank you. Thierry, thank you. Rebecca, thank you. It has been an absolutely pleasure to share this studio with you guys. You made it very easy for me. I want to thank also Fox Studio. I want to thank America. I want to thank also all the other people you don't see. I don't remember all the names like Thierry.
Everybody.
But you made it easy for me. I hope, America, you enjoyed as much as I did. And this is also my farewell to the studio.
It is?
This was the first and last time for me. So thank you, everybody.
You're done.
I'm out.
See you later.
I love it. I'm taking notes right here. That was a beautiful way to say goodbye.
I love America.
Dusty, thank you. Mac, thank you.
Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Dusty. I'm out of here. See you on the flip side.
Alexi, thank you very much, and goodbye.
I talked a lot for 1.5 months.
I've talked a lot for 17 years. I'm done.
Good for him. He knows what
absolutely.
he felt like. Yeah, good. No one else can know that.
But go ahead.
I'm also seeing Mike Washington Jr. from the text line is a rookie running back out of Arkansas. That's why we do not know him yet. So
Okay, great, fine. Yeah.
Somebody asked in the text line if that was Dracula talking. No.
Pretty good. Did kind of give Dracula a little bit.
I want to thank everyone for the O-negative blood.
Hey, did you see the Taylor Farms is getting now apologized to because the FDA said it was their fault that everybody had explosive diarrhea?
Oh, no.
Not their fault at all.
Funny story.
False positive. Did anybody have explosive diarrhea here?
Funny you bring that up.
Oh, no, it's not funny.
I was at Quick Trip this morning.
No way. Somebody... No.
And I just got a liquid IV. I wanted to start the week off, get the detox going. And this guy next to me, probably either Terry, Jerry, whatever his name is. I noticed
Carl.
y'all don't, literally how you talk, I'm not making this up. Notice you guys don't have any sandwiches over there. And she goes, yeah, we got recalled because of the lettuce. He goes, oh, what am I going to do for lunch now? I said, can you just ring this up so I can get going?
Yeah,
we get out of here.
Yeah,
I don't care what Carl's having for lunch today. They can't have a Quick Trip sandwich.
Yeah.
because they recalled the lettuce.
Get the chicken tenders.
I don't know. You want to blow your brains out on the toilet, or do you want to go maybe figure something else out besides a quick trip sub?
Yeah, why don't you just go down to Jersey Mike's or someplace like that around noontime and order something
What
there?
am I going to do for lunch?
Oh, my God. 5 a.m. and he's worried about lunch at that. Well, I mean, people have their routines. That guy probably goes there every day and gets a sandwich for lunch, right? And now he doesn't have a sandwich because everybody has diarrhea.
There's a parasite that's going through your guts.
Yeah.
There's a parasite going through the Yankees lineup, and we'll talk about what's going on with the useless managers here in the world of sports on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Window World are flat out amazing. We love the folks over at Window World because we have, over 30 Window World windows in our home. And when we needed replacement windows, there was only one company we were using, and it was Window World. And now the Window World windows are the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs, but they're also the official window of the Fescoe household as well. And it's important to have those good replacement windows. Your house is eventually going to need them, and you want to make sure that it's all sealed up, especially now. It's hot outside. The heat's here. The humidity's here. The last thing you want to do is run that air conditioner, have it escape all through bad windows. Well, Window World can help you with all of that. Window World windows are one of two windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, and they're also ranked #1 in windows sold in the country by Qualified Remodeler magazine. So it's time for you to get your new windows and call Window World today and get that free in-home estimate. Call them at 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS, or you can check them out at windowskansascity.com. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. It's Window World.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
How old is your roof? If it's over 15 years old, now's the time to catch small issues before they become costly repairs. Century Roofing has protected Kansas City homes for more than 36 years and installed over 36,000 roofs. That's why homeowners voted Century Roofing Best Roofing Company in Johnson County for the 5th year in a row and Best in Kansas City for the 2nd consecutive year. Schedule your free inspection today at centuryroofingkc.com. KC based and female owned. Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm worried. Since your accident, we've got medical bills and you're missing work.
I know. I just don't know where to start.
We call SWL Injury Law the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do.
If they can help us get through this.
We've helped people just like you recover what they deserve. Visit us at SWL Injury Law today for your free consultation. We're the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
Visit SWLinjurylaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Missouri side heading into Kearney, 35 southbound has been shut down with an accident. Now left lane has just reopened, but long delays. You'll want to jump off at the Holt exit. You can take 33 to 92 highway to then rejoin 35. Home issues rarely happen at a convenient time. When HVAC, plumbing, or electrical issues happen, you need a team that shows up. Even on weekends and holidays, Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric shows up. With flexible financing, comfort is always within reach. Plus, enjoy $500 off a new HVAC system this summer. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
You know, people are excited about the World Cup being over and football now being the number one sport to be talked about in the United States of America when the Hall of Fame game is the Panthers and the Cardinals, and we are ready.
Is that who's playing? Mm-hmm. Did you see that Cardinal front office executive who got, in trouble by the league for nailing the first 5 draft picks, right? Mm. His lawyer spoke out, said he didn't do it. I said, okay, that makes all the sense in the world.
Innocent until proven guilty.
That's right, yeah.
Because Luke Kuechly and Larry Fitzgerald are going into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, that's cool.
So that would be why the two teams will be playing against each other.
So. Oh, you know what sucks? Larry Fitzgerald's dad just passed away recently, within the last couple of months. So he's going to miss that. That's terrible, man. That sucks.
That does suck.
Good thing his dad knew he was a Hall of Fame player about 10 years ago.
It's true, yeah.
I'm just not going to see you go in, but I know you're going to go in, basically, because what is it? Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than drops in his career, which is
one of the best stats.
Wait, say that again?
He has more tackles as a wide receiver than he has drops as a wide receiver in his NFL career. That's warranted a jacket alone.
I'm trying to think, what do you even say to that?
It's incredible.
That's nuts. Wow.
Yep. It's one of those, like when we talk about greatest of all time stats, those are up there when you talk about the greats ever do this. So you have an AI scandal.
This thing that dropped over Friday, I guess it was.
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit on Friday.
A little bit on Friday. Managers are using AI now to call pitches. I mean, it's ridiculous. What they're useless. Managers are absolutely useless.
Major League Baseball is now taking away the iPads from the dugouts because people were asking Claude,
what pitch should we throw here? Can you believe that? That's where we've gotten to in baseball. Yeah, that's right. And then there's Claude throwing a curveball, man.
Joan of Arc, he was a politician. And then there's Claude. Mary Joseph could throw a curveball, but never got anybody out because it sucked. And then there's Claude.
Don't pitch to lefties with another lefty. How ridiculous are we that we are now at this level in Major League Baseball where we're using AI to decide what pitches we're using? This sport has jumped the shark in a brutal, brutal way. And if you're going to have managers on your staff, then they don't need to be baseball people anymore because you're using AI to do everything. You need people that know how to talk to people, and that's what the manager now needs to be. It needs to be a therapist. It needs to be somebody that can help you through tough situations, the human side of stuff. You need managers now in Major League Baseball that can deal with the human side of stuff, because if we're not dealing with the X's and O's, so to speak, then what are we doing with these guys?
Maybe AI stands for analytical information.
Maybe it does. Yeah, maybe it does. But I'm not surprised by this because baseball has gone this way, but I am kind of surprised by this, that we're now allowing AI, which isn't always right, to sit there and dictate what pitch, what situations, all this kind of stuff. Why do we have managers? They've become rendered useless. And managers right now, for the most part, we don't know who any of these people are anymore in these dugouts. Go out there and hire managers that know how to deal with the human side of things, and don't worry about the baseball side of things, because you're clearly got Claude on your side to do this. I mean, if I'm a fan right now and I hear this, I'm like, I'm disgusted by this. And I am a fan of baseball. And everything that I hear about baseball with the analytics and the AI and all this stuff just makes me even more disgusted about the game. I was talking to a friend of mine over the weekend who played college baseball many, many, many years ago, like in the 80s, right? And he goes, I love this game, but I hate this game. And I'm like, that's kind of where I am right now. I love baseball, but I hate this era of baseball. Analytics can suck it. Using AI in the dugout can suck it. All this kind of stuff can suck it. You know, not understanding how to put together a consistent lineup, moving people all over the place, asking a computer what pitch to throw. When did we lose this game, man? We have lost this game in a big way, and it needs to come back, because right now the product that baseball is rolling out is not that great. It's not that interesting, and it's not that exciting. Baseball has to find a way to get it back, man, and stop using this kind of crap.
Yeah, I mean, we've always said that managers in baseball really don't matter until the postseason starts, because that's when they really start to kind of configure their bullpen or, you know, use certain matchups and really put their emphasis into it. 162 games, man. I mean, like, I don't really know what there is to do. I mean, I know that there is obviously a lot to do as a baseball manager, but we've always said that. Like, even Vern will be like, yeah, they don't really matter. And we'll have Vern on at 8:20 to talk about all things baseball, because I think when it comes to the Kansas City Royals, the only thing you're watching in the second half is what can Caglione do and what he's going to present for us, because obviously he was in the home run derby, didn't do what maybe a lot of people wanted him to do, but hit some bombs. He has the average longest home run in baseball right now, and he hit one yesterday. So, I mean, when it comes to that, it's that or what teams are going to collapse. And right now the Yankees look like they're on the borderline of absolutely – I mean, I don't know if they keep Aaron Boone all year. I think they will.
I think they will.
Obviously, they're still – you know, they still have a playoff, you know, position there. Tampa Bay and first, Yankees are in the wild card. But again, like, man, Aaron Judge now might be done for the year.
It could be. I mean, you look at the Yankees, though, too. This is every year they hit this June and July swoon, right? If you're watching the game a little bit last night on NBC, which, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the NBC broadcast, I guess. I don't know. But they were talking about the July and June swoons for the Yankees every year for the last 5 years. And so you build up at the beginning of the year, you take a couple of months off, and then you hope to get into the playoffs. Is kind of what everybody seemingly does. Dodgers do that as well. But, like, if Aaron Judge now is on the 60-day DL and nobody knows when this guy's coming back, if you're the Yankees, wouldn't you be calling the Royals for Vinny? I mean, that feels to me like the perfect bat for Yankee Stadium and the perfect guy for Yankee Stadium in Vinny Pasquantino. That could be a nice bat and a nice piece that the Royals could potentially trade off and get some players back in return to kind of start this rebuild process that they're clearly in right now. We're 100 games into the season. They've won 40. They're 40-60 or whatever it is, 100 games into the season. So they're on a 40% win pace, which puts them at 97 losses when this whole thing is said and done at the end of the year. You've got to start the rebuilding process right now. And as you've said, anybody but like Cags, Carter, and Bobby, you're available, man. They're available out there. And I want to see some moves made by the Kansas City Royals, because the minor league system right now is not producing that much. We're years away from seeing some of the fruits of the labor. But what are you going to do for the next couple of years? And so I would start the sell process right now. And if I'm the Yankees, man, I'd be burning up the phone lines to get Vinny Pasquantino's bat in my lineup. I think it fits perfect in Yankee Stadium.
Bottom 5 farm system, 40-60. No one's been fired. No trades have been made.
Yeah.
Pretty frustrating.
It is very frustrating. It really is.
Pretty frustrating.
Is he Boston's won like 13 in a row?
13 in a row.
Insane.
Did you see the KC Diamonds had a 13-game winning streak?
Let's
It
go.
fell yesterday.
Nice.
They lost, but they won 13 in a row, too.
Damn, yeah, I knew they were
So
owning
not
it.
a curse.
Jaylen Brown was still a Celtic the last time the Boston Red Sox lost.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. Insane.
That's funny.
I will say the Yankees, they do have Ben Rice, so that's your first baseman. And I think their DH is a guy who's having a renaissance at 38, which is Paul Goldschmidt.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know if Vinny would fit. Obviously, he has the ties of New York up there. The left-handed bat would be
The left-handed
presentable,
bat
but
is just so sweet in that ballpark.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Maybe Lane Thomas to the Yankees or something like that.
The way he's crushing, keep doing that, and you can get somebody valuable in the minor leagues, like a reliever arm for Lane Thomas. 'Cause that guy's absolutely crushing the ball. So
I mean, he has to be traded, right?
Oh, he will be traded.
I mean, he has to be traded.
100%. Him, Lynch, Schreiber, Lang. If somebody wants an arm in their bullpen, all of them go.
Yeah.
Get out, like revamp, rebuild. Get
What
going.
about Lugo and Waka? Would you trade those guys?
If you can get anything for them?
Yeah,
you're just not going to get anything for those guys.
I know, but they do have another year, whatever it is, on their contract, so they are controllable. Waka would be a nice fit
maybe
for a
get something
playoff
for him.
team. Yeah,
I don't think anyone's getting anything for Lugo.
Yeah, he
at this
stinks
point.
right now. Yeah.
The control's nice, but the age isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Same
Yep.
with Waka.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to think.
At least he's playing better, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waka's doing a nice job. Like, Waka right now would be like us getting Johnny Cueto back in 2015, right?
Sure.
Like, you get that shot of adrenaline, that legit starting pitcher that everybody's been craving, gives everybody that kind of boost of, wow, of adrenaline inside that locker room. I think Waka could do that for another ball club. I think he would be a good trade piece to have.
His biggest value is you can give him the ball game 3 in a 1-1 series and be like, I trust this.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, maybe there's other guys out there like, oh, if he can't get past the third, we're in trouble. But either way, football begins because we are 50 freaking days away for the Chiefs here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is Fescoe and Dusty.
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
On your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are just absolutely awesome. We came home from our trip, and the lawn looked great. It was cut perfectly. Everything was done around the yard that they normally do, and I looked at it and went, man, this is outstanding. I love our relationship with Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, our lawn was awful. It was brown. It had weeds. It was an embarrassment on the block. I mean, our neighbors are like, if you don't fix that lawn, we're going to kick you out of the neighborhood. I'm like, all right, I'll take care of it. I called Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and their iconic blue truck showed up and turned our lawn into an icon as well. They're college-educated professionals, so they know everything about the climate, the seeds, the dirt, the soil, everything you need for that perfect lawn. And your lawn will look awesome as well when you have Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And we love the pest control side as well because we've got this great lawn. Let's enjoy it. We can sit outside now with the mosquito dome over our house and not have to worry about mosquitoes and ticks and fleas, all that kind of stuff that bothers everybody. It's safe for the dog as well. So right now, if you mention this ad, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application. Don't wait. Visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
You know that weird smell your AC makes when you turn it on? Ooh, you really shouldn't. Luckily, you can just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com. You know how avoiding eye contact with people when your brakes screech makes it less awkward? It doesn't. But you can just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and driving in this area means navigating everything from busy metro traffic to open Midwest roads, so having the right auto insurance really matters. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers trustworthy protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that gives you real peace of mind. And when you bundle policies or insurance multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes you can cash in this football season out in Las Vegas with 3 Circa Sports contests. Entries starting at $1,000, all with zero rake. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Or Circa Survivor, you pick one winner each week, the last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with a $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere, $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
This July is America's 250th birthday, so declare your independence from low testosterone at Low T Center. Start with a free T-test, stay on treatment for 90 days, and receive $250 back. It's the Low T Center 250 for 250 offer. FixMyLowT.com and book your free T-test. That's FixMyLowT.com. If you're looking for a new job and to work for a great local company, Gann Asphalt and Concrete is hiring. Top pay in the industry, health, vision, dental insurance, paid time off, and advancement opportunities. Check them out at GannAsphalt.com. One contractor, all things parking lot.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, get free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
Missouri side 35 southbound heading into Kearney. Long delays. Accident had the freeway shut down. Now reopened with the left lane getting by, but about 2.5 miles of heavy stuff to get through. Back in town, 635 southbound exit to Metropolitan currently blocked on the Kansas side. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
This is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan. KFNC FM and AM HD1 and HD2 Kansas City. An Odyssey Sports Station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts.
Back at it on a Monday. Everybody's back together. Bob Fescoe, Mac Maury, Dusty Likens. We're all here for you as we are done with vacation, except for Mac. It is his wedding week. And then he's off to Hawaii. You're going to I'm a Kind of Kinky Island?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's it.
It's going to be a nice time for you out there.
Can't wait.
But hey, man, we've always said 4th of July, once that weekend is done, it's time to get real. I had to go to Target yesterday, get some stuff being back in town. Everybody's in back to school section.
It's back to school mode,
Backpacks,
man.
pens, notebooks,
Elmer's
cards,
glue.
all of that. And then, of course, there's these types of things that pop up on the internet if you want to get hard.
It's been 20 years since the Patriots went back-to-back, and the Chiefs can accomplish that if they can go 75 yards and score a touchdown and win the game.
Well, you have the right guy to do it.
You're going to win championships. It's an American story, and that's why Americans are going to love it. People are going to build you up. God, are they going to? Because when you're great and new, we love you. Man, we'll build you into something that doesn't even exist. You're gonna change the fucking world.
Okay, we can't do that.
But you know what?
Yes, sir.
Once they've built you as high as they possibly can, they're gonna tear you back down. It's the most predictable pattern. We build you into something that doesn't exist, and that means you have to try to be that thing. All day, every day. That's how it works. And we do it again, and again, and again. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna be attacked, betrayed, exposed, and humiliated. And you'll survive that. A lot of people can climb that mountain. It's the way down that breaks them. Because that's the moment when you are truly alone. And what will you do then? Can you summon the will to fight on through all the pain and rise again? That will be the defining question of your life. And I think you already know the answer. And that's why we're all here. You're gonna be remembered forever. Because some things are eternal. You're Patrick freaking Mahomes. And your story is gonna make us want to fly.
In the shotgun, Mahomes, 2nd down and 8. Shotgun snap from their own 28. There's a short pass at the 30. It's caught by Rice. He tries to maneuver. The Chiefs have got to get a first down or it's over. So Mahomes in the gun, half yard to go. 4th and 1. Inside his own 35. Kelsey in motion. Shotgun snap. The fake handoff. Mahomes will run. A block by Kelsey. He's got the first down over the right tackle, the 40.
Do you really think that you would ever, with a Super Bowl on the line, Patrick, give it to somebody else?
It got to a point where he had so much confidence, he knew he was going to do it. The players that were in the huddle knew that he was going to do it. The fans in the stands knew he was going to do it. And where it becomes the ultimate is when the other team knows he's going to do it.
Deja vu. 3rd down, 6. Ball just outside the Kansas City 45. Low shotgun snap.
Back to throw. Throws over the middle.
Rice, and it's not the one we're thinking of, but the Rice for the Chiefs.
This is a 3rd down and 1. You look out for Mahomes running again.
Mahomes is going to run at 30-yard line. 25-20. Mahomes inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. Shades of Super Bowl 57 when he ran down the field in pain with the ball in his left hand and a sword in his right.
And to watch this absolute surgeon on the football field and one of the all-time greats do his thing again, it's almost like poetry.
It's a first down for Kansas City and goal to go.
And suddenly, Joe Montana realized he had left all his magic in Kansas City.
1st and goal at the 3. In the shotgun, Mahomes. Low snap. He runs and he throws.
Touchdown! Kansas City!
It's caught. Hardman caught the ball. The Chiefs have won. The Chiefs have won their 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years. The legend of Patrick Mahomes.
So that's pretty great. I don't know if that gave you goosebumps on a Monday, but that gets me ready for some football, baby. We're 50 days away.
Football in his left hand, sword in his right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Great call, Mitch.
Great call by Mitch there. I don't know that I've ever heard that one before.
Awesome.
That one was pretty cool right there. But no, we're 17 days away from that Hall of Fame game. Yep. I want to say training camp begins at the end of the week. They start the report on the 24th,
Friday,
if I'm not mistaken.
I believe, yep.
Friday the 24th, is when they start reporting the training camp. I think the 27th or 28th is the first open practice for fans. So get up to St. Joe. We only got a couple more of those up in St. Joe, too. So you got to take advantage of the training camps being up in St. Joe. Ralph said he's going to go up there, going to eat a Boudreaux's and drive home, not go to practice. I got to say, you went to training camp. That's the way to do it. So you got to take advantage of that. But no, guys, we're here. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. And I was talking to some folks over the weekend in the know when it comes to what's going on out there from an injury standpoint. And there's some things to kind of talk about when it comes to the injury situation right now with the Chiefs and good stuff because we're all concerned about what's going to happen with Patrick Mahomes, right? I think that's one of those conversations that everybody and their brother is having right now. And for Mahomes, he's going to be good to go, and they're going to limit him for precautionary purposes. I was told at the start of training camp. But other than that, they're ready to rock and roll with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. And the conversations of, is he going to be ready? Should he be ready? Do not need to be had. Because I'm telling you right now, he should be full go to start with him limited kind of for precautionary purposes at the beginning of training camp. But, they're going to let the training wheels off as we kind of progress through. And Delane, he's going to be good to go as well, is what I'm being told. Same with Rashee Rice looking good to go as well. Travis Kelce looking good to go as well. So we're kind of getting everybody, up to that level where we need them to be for training camp. And now the real buzz is starting, and we're all going to be kind of glued to what's going on in St. Joe, watching that knee like everybody is going to be, watching Travis Kelce and how he's doing it. What is he, 97 this year? However, and how he's going to do. Rashee Rice coming back from whatever he dealt with all off season, Xavier Worthy's injury, Delane, you got all this stuff that's going to be very intriguing when training camp starts. And I know, Mac, you got the bug for it. I'm sure to get up there, you and Binkley going to roll up.
Can't wait.
To training camp. And I'm ready for this thing to get going, too, because I think, I just feel like we're going to see some sort of revenge tour this year, man. Let's go.
Yeah, at least a revitalized offense and a revitalized, new roster. Got a lot of new faces. But because of the faces that are still here, we've seen a lot of amazing playoff runs. 50 days left. What is your favorite play from a playoff run specifically? We've talked about the Chris Conley pass in the back of the end zone against the Niners. The Ravens, 4th and 15 or whatever it was. 4th and 9. I always say 4th and 15. 4th and 9, Tyreek Hill. We always talk about those plays. Playoff runs specifically, which we've had a lot of.
Okay, Mac, this is going to be related to you real fast. I'm going to ask you to pick your favorite child, and you're not going to have an opportunity to do so because you don't want to separate. I'm not picking my favorite child on this one. I think for me, though, the easy one is the run against Tennessee, right? But for me, it's the pass to Kelsey in the end zone against the Texans when there were like 4 or 5 Texans around Travis.
That
little flip, a little 3-yard pass to Travis Kelsey where he just dumped it in there. Because at the end of that play, at the end of the game, Travis goes, I had no idea I was going to even be there. Here's the ball. And boom, Mahomes gets it right to him. That's my favorite of the playoff runs.
Yeah, mine, and I'm serious about this, is the Chris Jones batted pass of Brock Purdy. I believe that was
it's
Purdy.
huge,
Yep.
And
Clutch.
they complete that pass, they score a touchdown. You don't see the rest of that game and the result that it is. Of course, that's the same game where the second best play of the playoff run for me is the Niners accepting the ball in overtime. At that moment, it was over.
Insane.
Right? You knew that you could probably get a stop holding a 3. You knew San Francisco wasn't going to be aggressive because they were trusting their defense. The reason that we found out why they chose to take the ball is because they wanted to give their defense a gas rest. They had just been out on the field. Once you give Mahomes the ball and a chance to do anything but just score a touchdown, the game was over. And you don't get to that moment if Chris Jones doesn't bat that pass down, which I think is a very underrated play in that playoff run, let alone that Super Bowl matchup. When he bats that ball down, they settle for 3. You're able to go down and tie the game, send it to overtime. They win the coin toss. They accept the ball. You then get the ball in overtime. McCole Hardman right in front of Charvarius Ward, former Chiefs player. The irony in all of that to win a Super Bowl is just magical in that whole game of what that was. And, to me, that was the best play, in my opinion, because that saved 4 points, that extended the game, that gave the Chiefs life. They end up getting a ring out of all of that for me.
So nervous on that play. That was the game. Just boom, done. He does that so much. He's done that in the playoffs so many times. It feels like when we need the play, it's like, where are you, Chris Jones? Boom, CJ95 with the batted down pass.
Former Chief Le'Veon Bell arrested yesterday.
Oh, yikes. Yikes, man. I'll do another Mahomes flip to Kelsey. Ravens first half AFC Championship game where he's running around. There's seemingly nothing. He's breaking 2 tackles behind the line. And then, as he's about to get tackled, just whoop. And then, Kelsey's got a guy draped on over him, somehow still catches the ball. It was a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, something like that. And offense was so hard to come by. They scored on that first drive, if you remember, to that corner of the end zone pass against, I think it was Hamilton. I can't quite remember which safety it was for the Ravens. But other than that first drive, the script drive, offense was tough to come by, and that was a clutch 3rd down. And it was just Mahomes' magic to Kelsey. Best connection in football history.
It really is. I mean, it's up there with the Montanas and the Rices, the Mahomes and Kelsey, Brady and Gronk. I mean, maybe you can look at Manning and Harrison, but they didn't have enough championships,
They're
guys.
No,
they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough. It just wasn't enough. I don't know who else you'd put in that category under those 3 guys.
Rice and Montana.
That's Rice, Montana, Brady and Gronk and Mahomes and Kelsey. I mean, you're looking at the 3 best, I think, of all time right there.
Jake Delhomme and Steve Smith. Okay. Coming up on the other side, 3rd place game. Should they be in other sports or should they even exist? We'll discuss. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, my friends over at Heartland Men's Health are saying, hey, give us a call, man. Let's go. We're getting ready to go to football season, and you want to have all of that energy. And just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel like it. If your energy is low, sleep is off, weight won't budge, your mind feels foggy, and your sex drive isn't what it used to be, then it's time to switch things up. It's time to call my friends over at Heartland Men's Health, because all guys in your early to mid-30s start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every single year. And it happens gradually. You're not going to notice it right away, but all of a sudden, maybe you're putting on weight. Maybe you're sad or depressed. Maybe you have poor sleep, and you just don't know what to do. Well, you need to go see my friends over at Heartland Men's Health because they're successfully treating guys right here in Kansas City, and there's no need to wait. Give them a call today at 844-447-6600 and schedule that appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and North Kansas City. 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure, no gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th and State Line or robsighc.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford, buy right, drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Odyssey Sports is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Hello. Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spellbook.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
This is Michael Waka from the Kansas City Royals, and you're listening to 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side heading into Kearney, 35 southbound, reopen with the left lane getting through, but about 3 miles of delay. You can still jump off at the Holt exit and take 33 to 92 Highway to rejoin I-35. Northbound, all lanes getting through and no delays. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Back at it, 96.5 The Fan on a Monday. It's steamy, it's hot, it's warm, it's summer. Get used to it. We do it every year. But also, get used to it. Football talk going to completely take over your airwaves as 50 days away from the Chiefs' first game, 9 days away from the first NFL game to be played, the Hall of Fame game.
17 days,
okay.
Yeah.
Carolina versus Arizona as Luke Kuechly and Larry Fitzgerald
taking the over.
Honored.
Over-under? You're taking the over?
Oh, man, that's degenerate status. Betting the Hall of Fame game.
Got to figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
Before we get into third-place games and should they be in other sports, you said enjoy St. Joe while it lasts. Is that because Andy will be done in a few years, or it's just over?
Well, it's over once the new facility opens out in Olathe.
2031, they'll have everything out
Everything
there.
will be at their own facility, yeah.
And Andy's okay with that.
Well, he's going to have to be.
Because I know that he is one of only 3 other coaches in the NFL that actually travel for training camp.
I don't even know what the number is anymore. I think Pittsburgh does. I don't know if they're still doing it. You know, the Giants are going to these teams now are all taking turns going to some resort in West Virginia for a week. The Giants are going there, so I don't know if that counts as going away. But
they going up there to see the Mountain Mama.
They do, man. Nice. There's some resort out there that all these teams seemingly use in the middle of West Virginia for training camp, and so the Giants are going to do that. But I don't know how many other teams truly are really going away, if you will, to training camp anymore. And so, the Chiefs are one of the few, and it works, obviously, but you're going to build the new facility, and it's going to be a state-of-the-art facility, and you're in the state of Kansas now. Remember, the Chiefs are now moving to the state of Kansas. That changes the entire game plan of St. Joe and anything else that relates to the state of Missouri.
Gotcha. The other thing, too, is my buddy Derek had texted me and said that his favorite playoff run play that might get forgotten is L'Jarius Sneed's punch out of Zay Flowers.
Oh, good one. That's a good call.
It's a great one.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it's even better because prior to that play, Zay had made a big catch and stood over L'Jarius Sneed into the flex. And then right before he crosses the end zone, punch out, see you later. Big play
Saved
there.
the game, man.
100%.
Huge.
Saved everything.
Yep. Yeah, saved everything. I mean, that's a great call right there.
But third place games. So everybody kind of frustrated with the France and England game as it was, 4-0 at one point. And then all of a sudden France scores 3 goals. Then England gets a PK. It's 5-3. Then they score again. It's 5-4. Then it's 6-4. However it was, it got to 6-4. Yay or nay on third place games?
Nay, I'm out on that one. They don't do anything for me. The players don't want to be there, and I just can't see having a third place game for anything. The NCAA tournament used to do that, and then they abolished it in 1981 because you lost. You're not playing for anything.
I think there's 2 sports I'm okay with it. I think baseball's fine. Obviously, if you lose in the ALCS, lose in the NLCS, you guys play, and you play the opposite night of the World Series. World Series could take I know they don't do a day off every game, but you could do that. I don't know if it would be attractive. I don't know if you get the right money there. I know that once somebody normally loses in the playoffs, they're out. It's 1, 2, 3 Cabo, right? That's normally the cliche saying there. And I think football would work. Now, I know I see a lot of sarcasm on the text line and a lot of it on Twitter, which is like, oh, great, Josh Allen would finally get a ring. He'd get a third place ring. That's funny. But also, maybe that's your Pro Bowl game. But again, it all goes back to the almighty dollar. You've got to make it worth it for these guys who have just played 27 weeks in the NFL and to drag their asses back out and say, hey, you got one more game. But if you can make the incentives nice or you can make the money worth it or whatever it may be, I think a third place game, we could all agree, would be much more entertaining than watching whatever the Pro Bowl tries to trot out there.
Well, I'm against it because of the injury situation. What if somebody gets hurt in a third place game that absolutely means nothing, and then they're out for the entire next season? That's why I'm doing away with that third place game in the NFL. I'm not because also, too, I don't know if guys are going to go full bore on that. If you guys got going 80% and one guy's going 100%, the guy going 80% because it's a meaningless game may find himself in a ring of fire, if you will. So
I think for money they would do it because unlike soccer, France and England, they don't need the money. None of those players need money. They make way more money than any of those offensive linemen, defensive linemen, second-string corners make. So that's why I think in the World Cup we need a miscongeniality game. Give me Cape Verde and Colombia. I heard this idea from one of my good friends yesterday. Those countries, those players need the money more. They could absolutely use it. They would have tried super hard. It's the great stories that we wanted to see. Cape Verde, Colombia. Yeah, I don't need to see Harry Kane and Mbappe in the third place game. But absolutely, I think the World Cup and any world stage game, I mean, we reward bronze medals. So I'm okay with a third place game in the World Cup.
You know, we were streaming the game yesterday on Peacock, and it's in Spanish, right? And so that's how we were watching the game. And I kept hearing the Spanish announcer when it was all said and done talking about being the champions of the world, right? And that's a couple of the words I was able to pick up. And the champions of the world, champions of the world, champions of the world. And I'm thinking, we also need to change the name of the World Series. The World Series actually should be the World Baseball Classic. That should be the World Series because it involves the entire world. Because the World Series right now is not for the world. It's the United States. And so if we could turn the World Baseball Classic maybe into the World Series, maybe that gets a little bit more buzz going forward next 4 years than what we currently have right now. But I don't think the third place game, no, who cares about that if you're a fan? I mean, that's why the NCAA, who's looking for money anywhere they possibly can get it, did away with that third place game. There really wasn't any interest for that. And I honestly have no interest in watching a baseball, third place series at all, let alone most people don't even watch the World Series, let alone a third place series in baseball. And I just think with football, from my standpoint, I'm out on that because God forbid somebody blows an ACL in a third place game and has to miss the entire next season. That would really suck.
Do like draft capital. Maybe if you win, you could do.
Players don't care about that though. You have to incentivize
money.
money.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the fans. You said the fans. So draft capital, and then a later bye week. Fans are in. So you win, you get the week 11, 10 bye week.
And I know fans are going to watch because it's the NFL.
Fans will watch. Josh Allen versus who would it have been? Josh Allen. Trying to think about third place
Rams.
game. So Rams, I guess it wouldn't have been Josh Allen. We would have had a stinker actually last season. Last season would have been
Jared Stidham.
Yeah, right. And then
that would have been a stinker.
Yeah, like nobody's watching that one last year, right?
But most of the time, you're going to get Josh Allen versus someone great.
You might, but what if Josh Allen gets knocked out in the wild card round? What if Joe Burrow doesn't make the playoffs? What if Lamar doesn't figure it out with this new coordinator, whoever it is? I mean, so I'm just against it. I just think that it's not for me, and I don't think the players want it. And when you look at the money that they make in the World Cup, $52 million to the winning team yesterday, right? How is the NFL competing with that? Like, you don't make that kind of money for winning the Super Bowl. So where's the money going to come for the third place game to incentivize it enough for these guys to go out there? What does the winning Super Bowl winner get? $250K or something like that? It's not a huge chunk of change.
Plus, I believe every coach on the roster gets an incentive boost every time they win a playoff game.
Yep.
And I think players get incentives too as well. So you get that, plus you get the NFL money. But again, like, I know people would watch the third place game because people watch preseason football.
I think preseason's different, though. You're at the start of the year. You're jonesing for football a little bit.
But also, like, in those preseason games, like, you're going to see your starters play for one drive. And people will still watch and dissect the rest of the drives because they'll watch other players other than said starter. Like, what do you think the over-under is this year for Patrick Mahomes' total plays in preseason? I'll put it at 5.5.
Total plays?
That he plays.
Man, I hope it's over.
Not playing week 3 preseason. We know that.
Yeah.
Got to play one drive in the first game, so they go 3 and out. If they do, if he even plays in the first preseason game, yet people will still be locked in.
Yeah, I'd set it at 6.5 for 2 3 and outs. Yeah, I like that's it's a good over under. Yeah,
I mean,
hopefully it's
what
over.
Does he need to? I guess he'll show everything he needs to in training camp. That's why I always say go to training camp. I know it sucks. You have to get there really early. It's in St. Joe. You have to drive that far up there.
It's fun though.
But it's still like it's the most you will see of everybody up close and personal.
It's the closest you'll ever get. Yeah.
Right.
It's the closest you'll ever get. It's great. It's wonderful. Take your kids up.
And if you want, to Bob's point, it's going to change. So go see it while it's there.
It is. I mean, like, I hate to be that guy, but you're moving to a brand new state of the art facility where training camp is going to be held. And I don't think Kansas would have allowed the Chiefs to continue to host training camp in Missouri once they gave them the money to build that stadium. That was the whole point of the thing, is to say, okay, we're going to move training camp. We're going to have everything at our facility now going forward.
Yeah. Would you say that the third place game is more entertaining than the World Cup final?
I don't know. I just liked the defensive. I liked the stalemate. I liked the strategy.
Obviously, you and I are I think Bob's there too. Like, we're all okay with like the way the final happened. That's just
Yeah.
1-0. That's soccer.
It is what
in
it
a
is,
nutshell. Like, that's the two best teams. I was hoping it went to PK.
I know.
Because I thought that was the
awesome.
best way to like really dissect who the better team was. I know that that's like a crapshoot to say who wins that, but for the entire game, it was a crapshoot. I mean, I know Spain was dominating with shots and shots on goal and possession and all that. But again, like the third place game literally was 3-0, and I was watching San Diego versus the Royals. And then all of a sudden, my text group's going off going, well, maybe France isn't just folding. And then you go back and it was like, okay, the last, 12 to 13 minutes of that game were very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, defense was lackadaisical because they didn't really necessarily 100% care, but we got to see offense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want when we complain about soccer, these dumb games, 0-0 tie, 6-4.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And a game in which, people throughout the world still got to watch their players play. It's not just from the American point of view. There were people in England that were like, I'll hang on for this. Or there were people that could buy tickets to go watch that. There's money being revenue into your system, but being like, yeah, it's not the championship game, but to Bob's point, you can go watch your favorite soccer player for a discounted price.
What was the get in for that?
Couldn't tell you. I just know the final to get in was $10,000.
Yeah.
Just to get in.
It's crazy.
And sit in the lights.
Why? And real quick on that. Why was it so difficult to get into that stadium? People are running across the interstate to try to. Why is this so difficult to go to a sporting event anymore?
America, baby. Can't walk anywhere.
Where are we going to park?
The get-in price for third place between $374 and $450.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
And I can watch England and France and Mbappe and
it's
Kane
pretty
and,
crazy.
Dembele and all those guys. Yeah, I would pay that.
That's worth it. Yeah.
For sure. Take it away, man.
10 goals, too. Yeah.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor.
You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
1, 2, 3, Sand Trap. That's the one word that is brought to you by One Word is the Sand Trap, a great spot that has delicious food, cold drinks, TVs everywhere to watch your favorite sports teams. It's located in the northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC, and an inside source named Rob Maloney tells me their patio is getting pretty damn close to being nice and finished, if not already finished, as they have revamped that patio for your nice hot summer nights. And today at the Sand Trap, they can get a buffalo chicken wrap, 6-ounce grilled chicken, tossed in buffalo sauce, wrapped in a 14-inch soft tortilla shell with bacon, ranch, lettuce, shredded cheese, tomatoes, and red onions. Served with fries, tots, or chips. You can kick it up a notch, and you can get the blackened chicken, dry rub blackened chicken. It's all for $13. Or you can get a $9 cheeseburger and fries, and $1 off craft beers on a Monday at the Sand Trap. Mac, one word.
Let's do it. Start where we fit. Just word, one word on World Cup final.
Just the game itself or the entire World Cup?
The World Cup final, Bob. One word.
Overtime. But I also realize that the true soccer fan is actually right. The PKs would have sucked yesterday. I mean, that is such luck to go down to PKs. You want that game to end before you get to the penalty kicks because it does then just become dumb luck. So yesterday was the first time where I got it from a true soccer fan of why we do the 15 overtime, then another 15 overtime. They're doing anything they possibly can not to give you that penalty kick at the end.
Yeah, one word on the World Cup finale would say deserved. I think those were probably the two best teams in the tournament outside of France, but they kind of fell short in the last two games. But it was fun. I would say it was intense. It was a great finale. It was Spain. It was Argentina. It was Messi. It was everything that you probably could have wanted in that 1-0 defensive battle. One word, soccer.
Yeah, Spain, one of the great defensive runs in sports history. One word on the World Cup in general now that it's concluded.
Wonderful. Wonderful. It's exactly what the world needed at the right time. And it was, I'm not going to say it was perfect, and we'll discuss some ways we can make it better moving forward because this ain't the last time we're going to get the World Cup here in Kansas City. I promise you that. The Women's World Cup will be back here in Kansas City most likely in 2031. Is that when the Women's World Cup is next? 2031? Yes. I do believe that it will be here in Kansas City. But this was a wonderful World Cup, man. It really was. It meant so much more, not just to have it in our town, but to have it in the United States as well. And to really have America wrap their arms around it was a lot of fun.
Done is my one word.
Yeah.
Bring on real football. Laces, pads, helmets, chin straps. None of these hydration breaks.
They don't need them in the NFL. They got a commercial break after every play.
Yeah. Constantly hydrated. 9 minutes of action in a 3.5-hour game. We love it. One word on Royals after the All-Star break, coming out, beating the Padres twice in the yesterday. I looked, it was 13-2. I never checked the final score. 19.
19, yeah, 19-2, yeah.
Just kept going.
Just kept going and going and going. Stale. They're 40-60 after 100 games. You're on pace to lose 97 games. Stale season, bad season, trade them. Trade everybody. Trade them all.
My one word would just be Cags, man. Second half Cags.
Yeah.
That's what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Your superstar in the making, starting to hit third, feel comfortable. Hit a towering shot yesterday that almost hit the tarp on the Blue Moon. So, yeah, my one word would be Cags. Just watch the young man go out there and try to torch it and hit 30 home runs. And by the way, Bobby Witt Jr. being rested yesterday, back tightness, according to Andy Rogers.
Okay.
They didn't just bench him because he needed a break. Back tightness.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't out. I hope people didn't think he was out yesterday just because to give him a day off.
Well, they came up with a lineup, and it was like, once again, Q screws it up. It's like, no, he had back tightness. It wasn't.
But I will say, in fairness to the fans, it's kind of been the case all season long to have a bad lineup.
It makes sense why you'd think that, but
Right.
do some research,
Do
look
some
it
research,
up.
get the answers,
Yes,
yeah.
But I get it. They're ready. They're ready to be mad. I get it.
Yeah. And they have every right to be
Totally.
ready to be mad. They're 40-60.
And in the farm system, we don't have a lot to look forward to, but 18-year-old Kendry Churio's awesome number 9 right-handed pitcher retires the first 13 batters he faces in a stingy outing for High A, coming from MLB Pipeline. 5 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, 18 swings and misses. One word.
Awesome. That's good, man. Keep that going because they need something in the minor league system because there's nothing right now. That's like if you trade Waka and or Lugo, who's your rotation next year?
Also, you're going to sign Bubic. And Reagan is going to pitch until the All-Star break.
Right.
My one word would be youth. You also have Blake Mitchell. Maybe look up him. 17 home runs this year in the minor leagues, hitting.
Makes Salvi very expendable.
But yeah, my one word would be youth. Churio is going to be a piece on this team. Obviously, they had a draft over this last weekend. Got a young kid there out of Louisville. So building is another one word for that.
You know, with Blake Mitchell doing his thing down there right now, this is very similar to last year when they traded Freddie Fermin and brought Carter Jensen up. They knew they were ready. They knew they had Carter down there. Salvi's expendable. Salvi is a guy that you can trade and now have Blake Mitchell come up and go with 2 young catchers. What are you going to lose?
Just let him hit 2 more home runs. Then he can be the all-time Royal home run leader, then go help somebody win a championship.
Yeah, and how much fun would you have watching Salvi go win a championship somewhere else just to say, you know what, man, go finish your career in a great way? I think we'd all be rooting for Salvador Perez.
Also, props to the Royals organization for what they did for Freddie Fermin and his 10 years of service, giving him a moment of time and a standing ovation.
Love Freddie.
It's a good time.
People pay to see the Chiefs. One word, most expensive sporting events in U.S. history. The Chiefs are in 3 of them. Argentina, Spain was the most expensive. This is based on average ticket price, over $11,000. Chiefs, Niners, Chiefs, Bucks, Chiefs, Niners again, and then Knicks, Spurs is 5th on that list at $6,300 average price for Game 3. Get in. One word.
Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the needle mover in the NFL. Look at that. A World Cup championship game is the only thing that has cost more to get in United States sports history than the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 3 straight times.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the Spurs and Knicks, which was, a New York thing.
Yeah, my one word would be like dynasty. A lot of people are going there, and obviously the Super Bowl is one of them. But, people want to see it. Is it really worth the price of admission? And then you go see Jet Chip Wasp. You're like, man, I'm glad I paid that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel even luckier that we got to be there even though we lost and it was a terrible game. It feels cool that we got to be there for 59 and the three-peat effort. One word, we'll stick with Mahomes here. This was a cool video that came out from SportsCenter via the Chiefs. The Chiefs released it, SportsCenter retweeting it. Just watching silhouettes of quarterbacks, and he was able to recognize pretty much each one right away. One word.
Photogenic. And I've said that he has a photographic memory. Patrick Mahomes is good because he has talent. Patrick Mahomes is awesome because of his brain.
Yeah, my one word would be like tenacious. Like a lot of guys could just go away after 3 rings or just kind of stop trying to get that much better. And the way that he does things is just like that competitive prick attitude that Bieniemy always said that he had. And so, like, I don't think he's ever going to catch Brady. I could say that. He'd go in 3 more and all of a sudden the conversation changes. But look, man, it seems like every year there's something that drives him, and he has 3 titles, 2 MVPs, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, an All-Pro, all these sort of things, Offensive Player of the Year, and yet now it's like, oh, well, come back from an injury and prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So
you will see.
For sure. That is one word brought to you by the Sand Trap. It's a great spot, delicious food, drinks, everything that you can think of, TVs galore. Watch all your favorite sports teams. It's located in the northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC. Today they offer the Buffalo Chicken Wrap, 6-ounce grilled chicken, tossed in buffalo sauce, wrapped in a 14-inch soft tortilla shell with bacon, ranch dressing, lettuce, shredded cheese, tomatoes, and red onions, served with fries, tots, or chips for $13. Or you can get a $9 cheeseburger and fries and $1 off all craft beers. That's one word here on 96.5 The Fan. Coming up, Bob's favorite guys, Ryan Clark and Josh Allen. We'll dive into it here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Get bent.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending.
Summer gets super hot, so now you need to get a Super Light. That's right. The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Super Light, the new vodka plus aid canned cocktail. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drinks flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. And ooh, that blue chill is money, baby. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for any occasion. From the golf course to the bar, at night, at the concert, a day at the ballpark, Super Light is here for the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. You must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
When your AC starts breaking down, AB May is here to help your house feel like a home again. Serving Kansas City for over 65 years, AB May handles it all from AC repairs and upgrades to indoor air quality. When it comes to your home, solved is our standard. And AB May is committed to doing things the right way every time. Trusted by generations. Call AB May at 913-383-2222 or visit abmay.com today.
Call your serviceman from AB May.
Lawman! Jungle Law!
It's the Lawman. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, call me ASAP, 816-816-9111. I recovered millions for my clients. Take it away.
The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law team. Call the Lawman. Let the fight begin. The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law.
Come see me get roasted August 1st at 7 p.m. at the Uptown Theater. Go to junglelaw.com for details.
The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in Ontario, Pennsylvania, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. New and existing customer offer, subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel, must be present in a state where it's legal to wager.
Baseball season is in full swing, and that means the summer heat is coming. The guys at Climate Control have been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years, and they know how to get your cooling system ready to handle our scorching hot summer weather. Stay cool and comfortable this summer. Call Climate Control today at 816-265-2830. 816-265-2830 for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side heading into Kearney, 35 southbound, still heavy for about a mile and a half. An earlier accident still in place in the right lane, but had the freeway shut down at one point. Left lane now getting by. Things are improving, although quite slowly. Kansas side, 435 southbound, sluggish from Holiday Drive down to Midland with ongoing construction. Allen Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Wonderful Monday. So your guy, I guess your guys' guy, Ryan Clark. Boy, he's out here. What we do last year, we started like who can outtake the take of Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
The pin drop.
The other thing is this, though. When you look at a guy like Joe Burrow, right, and where he is ranked, they don't take into account how much he's been injured or how little he.
That's all I needed to hear, but we'll continue.
He's played, how awful his team has been as a whole. They look at Joe Burrow when he is on the field, what he has accomplished, and they rank him by that. They rank him by the feeling they get when Joe Burrow is healthy, when Jamar Chase is there, when T. Higgins is there. The same exact thing should go for Lamar Jackson. Outside of Patrick Mahomes, there is no more accomplished quarterback in the entire NFL individually. There's no quarterback who carries more than Lamar Jackson. There's no quarterback who's asked to do more than Lamar Jackson. There's no quarterback who you have to have a game plan for in the run game. You have to have a game plan for in the pass game. And then you have to have a secondary game plan for when he does Lamar Jackson type stuff. And so when you take his career as a whole, if I'm a player, the way I'm voting is this. If this dude is healthy, how much do I fear him? If this dude is healthy, how difficult is it to game plan for him throughout the week? And we talked about some of the disrespect he has gotten. That's disrespect I expected. I expected executives to not know where to place him. I expected marketers and brands to not understand the power of his voice. What I didn't expect is dudes who have to line up in pads on Sundays and Thursdays and Wednesdays and Fridays and whatever the hell other days that we're going to see NFL games this year to not understand how scary it is to walk on the field when this dude is right.
I mean, he's pretty accurate with the last 5 seconds going Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, whatever the hell they're going to play these games. But, man, was that a word salad.
So much to me about and I know he said individually, but to me the quarterback position is so much more than being just about an individual player. You are that cog. We just did at 7 o'clock a whole montage of Patrick Mahomes type stuff, how he's leading his team and bringing his team to that next level and making those plays to take his team to the next level. Lamar Jackson, and I am an apologist, I love Lamar Jackson, but I think it's hard for anybody to say that you look at Lamar Jackson as outside of Patrick Mahomes, there's no more accomplished quarterback in the entire NFL than Lamar Jackson. You look, obviously we talk about Josh Allen all the time. That guy's accomplished a lot in the NFL. Joe Burrow, been to a Super Bowl in the NFL, came in here and won a road game that you weren't supposed to win to power your team into the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is still currently playing. I'm not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan, but I mean, that guy's accomplished a lot in his NFL career. As much as I love Lamar, I think people are a little sour on Lamar because it hasn't ended great in the postseason. There's only been, one AFC championship game for Lamar Jackson, right? In all of these years, it's only happened one time for him. So I think he needs to see that postseason success for players to view Lamar Jackson a little bit differently. And I understand, again, they're talking about individual stuff, but I think it's hard to separate when you look at a quarterback, the individual stuff versus how important you are to the dynamic of your team.
I also find it interesting that he doesn't mention that Lamar has Derrick Henry, who's been very valuable to Lamar Jackson's game in Baltimore the last 3 years. Because I've been one of those guys thinking that the Derrick Henry train was going to fall off every year, starting when he went to Baltimore. Like, oh, man, they kind of overdid this. They took a stretch on this guy, and then all of a sudden you see Derrick Henry's numbers. You're like, could have had him with the 5th overall pick. Would have been a very good positional value in fantasy football. Yet he still does it. Not the strongest wide receiver room, but did have Zay Flowers and old boy at tight end.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
Yep.
So it's not like Lamar has nothing the way that Ryan Clark was kind of making that whole thing seem, which is kind of the way I took that. But yeah, 2 MVPs in the league, one of them unanimous MVP. That's great. Been to 1 AFC championship game.
Right. And that's why I have a hard time separating the quarterback from the individual versus the team accomplishment, because we always do this, right? Every single one of us, however the argument is to fit our narrative, we talk out of both sides of our mouth. Oh, the quarterback, just focus on what he does individually. If quarterback's got to lead a team, depends on who you talk about, who you want to throw your commentary out there about. And so I look at the quarterback position, I say, yeah, it's an individual game, but also you're the reason why teams fear you, or you're the reason why teams don't fear you. It all starts with that quarterback. And if he's not doing what it takes to win those games in the postseason, I have a hard time moving him forward as one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in this league.
And we also do that too with quarterbacks. Oh, he hasn't won in the postseason, so it's got to be on him. And then we look at the AFC Championship game. We just brought up the Zay Flowers. That was Zay Flowers.
That was Zay
Lamar
Flowers.
Jackson was incredible that drive. Yeah, they scored 10 points. He completed 2% of his passes, threw for almost 300 yards, ran for 60. It wasn't his fault that John Harbaugh completely abandoned the run.
Right.
And the context of this conversation is also Lamar Jackson being, 69 overall?
69, yep.
69 overall in the top 100, dropping 67 spots.
Yeah.
That is disrespectful.
It was a bad year last year.
But that's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
That's
of course
terrible.
Let me just say this. He's at number 69. I would challenge everybody that's listening right now to name 68 other NFL players. Yeah. There's no reason Lamar Jackson should be that low.
It's erroneous. It's wrong. And
so if you want to say that, that's fine. He's a top 10 player in this league.
He's a 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous, and he's more accomplished individually than anyone else besides Mahomes. And if you want to include Aaron Rodgers, which I know why he's not, he's 40, he's kind of out of the discussion. But those are the top 2 most accomplished, and then Lamar. Yeah. So I didn't hate it. I thought it was great. I thought it was objective. Number 69 overall, he should use that as a chip on his shoulder, because even though it was a bad season, Mahomes didn't have his best season. The team didn't have his best season.
Right.
We know he's going to be a top 10 player.
Right.
We know Josh Allen had the worst playoff blunders that we've seen him have since his first time in the playoffs 7 or 8 years ago.
And everybody says he's the number one quarterback.
He's the number one quarterback. It's not consistent. Joe Burrow doesn't ever play. He's missed more seasons than he's played at this point, it feels like.
Yeah.
He's going to be a top 15 player. So it is a little bit like, hey, why does Lamar get this rap?
Yeah.
That's not unfair. That's unfair.
Yeah, the season ended last year the way that it did. Coach got fired, new coach. Yeah, I don't understand how though you can. I'm not justifying. I'm just talking about
for sure.
reasons why the players would have him voted so low in that situation, because that is eye-opening. And what's his rep though? Maybe around the league with other players. Maybe players feel like he quit on their team at times. And that has been discussed last year, right? Was it last year or the year before we were talking about? Is Lamar quitting on this team? Does he want to be there anymore? And obviously they fired Harbaugh at the end of the season, and Lamar seems to be maybe, hopefully, for his sake, rejuvenated a little bit. But I could see other players looking at that last year and going, that dude kind of quit on his team last year.
The other thing that's interesting, too, is like how we value a quarterback. Because Lamar Jackson's only thrown for 4,000 yards once. And he barely clipped that. And that was in 2024. He threw for 4,172. Every other year was he had 36-78 the year before that. Mm-hmm. And, obviously missed missed 2 seasons back-to-back, only played 12 games. But he's only thrown, but he also, his legs are a weapon.
Yeah.
His arm is also a weapon at times, but where he gets judged the worst is where they all get judged, and that's when the lights are bright and the playoff situation happens. So a lot of people see that Burrow walks into Arrowhead and beats Patrick Mahomes and goes to the Super Bowl. Right? Played in a Super Bowl. Also, there's a lot of disrespect towards maybe Matthew Stafford in that conversation.
Yeah, right?
Right? Like Stafford is a dangerous man that when Stafford's on the field, you're like, well, he can get it done if he wants to. Now, again, Stafford, a lot of talent around him, and Puka and Devontae, but I mean, that conversation in Detroit, he had Calvin Johnson, knowing he was going to get double teamed every single play, still threw it to him 10 times a game. But I do think that Lamar is great. I think that he is one of the better quarterbacks. I think that it's still in that conversation that Mahomes has like one injury plagued year where it wasn't that great. They go 6-11, and now it's like, are these guys better? But yet we want to have the conversation of what people have accomplished, and nobody touches the accomplishment plate of Patrick Mahomes. It's full. Yeah. It's by himself. His own dining room. Let's get other guys in there that can do that. Yes, Sam Darnold has a ring. Is he more accomplished than Lamar Jackson?
No.
Depends on what you want to say. He's got the trophy. He's got the backlash that he overcame. Can Lamar Jackson ever get there? I don't know, because his playoff, the game you mentioned, the Zay Flowers game, that was the best playoff game he's ever played. And it still wasn't enough. Josh Allen's best playoff game he's ever played was the 13-second game, and it still wasn't enough. Now, you can also go back
and say...
Really
shows you how great the Chiefs were, guys.
Or it tells you how much their defense, buckled under the pressure. And again, if you want to blame that on Lamar, you can. You want to blame that on Josh Allen, you can. But again, to get out of this conversation, you've got to go do it. And the only one that's really ever remotely kind of done it was Joe Burrow by actually getting to the Super Bowl.
And winning here catapulted Joe Burrow, I think, for a lot of people in the low-hanging fruit categories, if you will. We're all going to remember that Joe Burrow came in here and beat Patrick Mahomes when the Chiefs had a lead at half, they were 18 or something in that game, and they ended up losing, and it's the Applebee's guy fault. And so when we look at that does carry a lot of weight, that Joe Burrow came back from an 18-point second-half deficit and led his team to a victory in Arrowhead against the Chiefs.
It's always interesting. Moving on. How do we improve for the next time the World Cup comes to Kansas City? Because it might be here before you know it, just with a different sort of vibe. Here on 96.5 The Fan, you're home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
This July is America's 250th birthday, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with our 250 for 250 deal. All month long, men who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days earn $250 back. Our founding fathers recognized that to change our circumstances, we must be free, and 250 years later, you still have that freedom. So if you're over 40 and you've been dealing with low energy, low sex drive, you know what it's like not feeling like yourself. You don't have to stay that way. Low T Center is raising the T of America Patriots from C to shining C. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal. Because bringing back that energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Visit fixmylowt.com to book your free T test today. That's fixmylowt.com. Don't miss out on this offer. It ends July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of their choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. Enter now at overheaddoorkc.com. You can't win if you don't enter at overheaddoorkc.com.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code RUN5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code RUN5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code RUN5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from changing seasons to unpredictable road conditions, having solid auto insurance gives you real peace of mind. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers dependable protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that's always there for you. And when you bundle policies or insure multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, get free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side heading into Kearney, 35 southbound, right lane blocked, about 2 miles of backup to get through there. Kansas side, 435 southbound, off again on again heavy from Holiday down to Midland with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
8 o'clock on a Monday in Kansas City. Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey, Dusty Likens, all with you here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports. 50 days away from them boys at Arrowhead buckling in the chin strap. Football season is upon us. Somebody asked me, it's really already football season? I said, yeah, they report for camp.
Yeah, at the end of the week. At the end of the week, Binkley's out there telling me how many days there are until this training camp starts. This is interesting. Variety has reported this morning that ESPN is coming out with a podcast about the Ohtani scandal, and it's Tisha Thompson in 2024 broke news about one of the biggest and most surprising scandals in sports, the transfer of large sums of money from baseball great Shohei Ohtani's bank account to illegal bookmakers. 2 years later, she may have more to say on the subject. Thompson will lead a 6-part podcast series, The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani, produced by ESPN's 30 for 30. The podcast debuts next week, July 28th, with a drop of the first 2 episodes, with new chapters released every Tuesday and Thursday through August 11th. The program not only examines the surprising incident, but also the collapse of the friendship between Ohtani and Mizuhara, his interpreter and the person who used the pitcher's money for gambling debts. Listeners will be able to hear for the first time audio from the only press interview Ms. Uhura has ever granted. The conversation, says Thompson, represents probably one of the most important interviews I've ever done in my career. And so this is going to be very interesting to see what this guy has to say and where we are with Ohtani right now, because yesterday they announced he wasn't pitching anymore, and now this story comes out today. That's interesting, isn't it? How Ohtani all of a sudden is now going to be shelved from pitching, and this story gets released today that this podcast where they interviewed the guy who did all the work for Ohtani behind the scenes is coming out next week. This is going to be very intriguing and very interesting. Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, I will be watching that.
Listening. It's an audio podcast,
yes, I will be listening to that.
Yeah. The program also has room for the offbeats. Listeners will learn of an association between, let me get back up here. Among the clients is, hang on a second here. Anyway, move on. But it's going to be all about the gambling thing, right? And everything involved, and a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, it seems like, with this Shohei Ohtani gambling situation. I mean, maybe they reopen, the situation,
we find out some
right?
more, and this could reopen something. Yeah.
One of the people surfacing on the podcast is Matthew Boyer, a bookmaker who ran an illegal gambling business. Sports betting remains illegal in California and counted Mizuhara among his clients. Boyer is going to explain how he did it, said Thompson, how he hooked millionaire clients, where he went to look for them, how he lured them in, and how he lured them to his sports book, how he would keep them on the line even though they were getting in over their heads. Listeners will also hear from one of the investigators on the case, says Thompson. The first time people who actually have firsthand knowledge about what happened will talk about what they saw and why they came to the conclusions that they did. So it's going to be very interesting to see. They're actually going to interview the bookie now about all of this.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm pumped on that.
Wow.
I felt like Major League Baseball really wanted that to go away as quickly as possible.
Possible, yeah.
They're probably not happy about that.
Breaking news, Ohtani plans on joining back the Japanese league.
Exactly.
I mean, it is.
Seriously.
It's going to be very interesting to hear, all the stuff that Tisha Thompson has to say about all this. And if this scandal becomes really, really big and one of the biggest faces of Major League Baseball is in it even more, there's probably going to be some financial stuff. This guy's a bookmaker in California. The state's going to want their cut, right?
Not one of the biggest face in baseball. The face of baseball.
Yeah. The face of baseball, man. Again, yesterday, not pitching for, the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And now this story drops today. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I am. What happens, guys, if this bombshell podcast comes out, and I'm sure it's going to be like you make your own conclusions about this. I think people are going to probably listen to it and just continue to assume that Ohtani's involved in all of this. How does baseball fix this?
Well, it's three different things. One, you have your typical fans don't care about Ohtani.
Right.
There's one on the text line. Two, you have baseball again. Same thing. Every time baseball seems to have an uptick, something or someone ruins it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then three, it's just going to be one of those things where this will be a tainted mark on Ohtani's career. It'll just be one of those things where it's okay, well, if Belichick doesn't get in because he cheated, does Ohtani get in because he cheated?
Mm-hmm.
Do you start to ban him from baseball like you did with Pete Rose if something like this happened? If there are connections and you can start to link this stuff directly back to him, I mean, you've already banned Pete Rose from the game for gambling. What are you going to do with Ohtani?
I don't know, because there's going to be a possibility there's going to be a lot of non-baseball stuff happening, and this could be a story that goes along with when they start talking about everything that's going on in the offseason with possible lockdowns and all this sort of things. And then you throw this on top of it where it's this isn't like Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
Right.
No shot at him.
No, he'd be out of the league.
Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
And it's okay, where are we going to, like Dan Hurley in the March Madness. He can headbutt a referee because they're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ohtani, because his interpreter did it, not him, but yet they're linked. Yet Ohtani's I didn't notice $3 million just got randomly taken out of my account. Oh, you didn't?
You didn't?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
How do you not know that?
You do know. That's the problem.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. How do you I didn't know $3 million. You, me, the next. We'd all know if $3 was missing out of our bank account immediately because everybody looks at their statement. What's that charge for $282? Oh, okay, that's what that is. Fine, forget about it. You move on.
Someone makes a good point. How will this conversation compare to the recent college football quarterback that everyone was up in arms about retaining?
That's a great point. That is a great point from the text line. Mac, you're kind of looking and shaking your head and going,
Yep.
That. So, I mean, what do you guys think? What do you? But honestly, what do you guys think? Because we were all up in arms and should be up in arms for this guy, right? He should not be playing college football. He should not be allowed to participate because he was betting on games that involved his team. Now, if Shohei Ohtani is found to be really tied to this and he was making these bets, or if you find out maybe he was telling his friend to make these bets, he's connected.
Oh, that's just as bad. Yeah,
It's
you're
just
still
as
part
bad,
of it.
yeah.
Just because you're not hitting the send button, you're doing all the other stuff.
You're driving the car to rob the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't go in, but yeah, you still were a part of that.
You're still a part of it.
You go to the casino quote. Either you're in on it or you're too dumb to realize it.
That's right.
Either way, you got to go.
You got to go.
Exactly right.
And you look at Emmanuel Clase going, man, so the hell's going on here, man? Like, yeah, I was throwing balls first pitch
for $1,500 though. Class A, like that's just a dope.
But this guy all of a sudden's like, I didn't know. Okay,
I think he'll have more defenders than Sorsby. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Ohtani. Yeah, I think
he's
so
Ohtani.
too. He's
Yeah,
Ohtani.
Brennan Sorsby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a college kid.
Who
Nobody
cares?
really knows you. There's not a lot of ties to him. There are so many people that are in love with Shohei Ohtani as a player, and why wouldn't you be? I mean, the guy is never seen this side of Babe Ruth. Somebody come on the scene and do something like that. But if this ends up all being like to me, and again, I'll continue to say this. This is always worse than a steroid scandal for me. The steroid scandal for me, it is what it is. There were a lot of people that were doing steroids back in the day. So many people did steroids back in the day. I mean, I was talking to some people, some friends of mine that had worked in baseball for years, and we were talking about some people from the 80s, and everybody's talking about like coaches were even involved back then. Like everybody knew what was going on. Everybody was participating. If you wanted to, fine. If you didn't, that was on you. The gambling thing is different because not everybody is involved, and you've got a teammate that potentially is going out there and not doing the right thing because he's got money on it, like Class A. Throwing balls in the dirt. Yeah, you may say it's one pitch, but now you're down 1-0 in the count, and now it's a hitter's count.
I think the other thing, too, is that, like, with steroids, you can control what goes in your body. You can't control what your body is going to do with the game.
Right.
Whereas, like, gambling on the game, I can 100% throw a ball in the dirt.
Absolutely.
I could take steroids and never hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're
but
right.
again, like, that's just the way it is. Like, gambling, I can be like, okay, this team needs to score. I can throw it 84 right down the pipe to Jack Caglione and know he's going to tee off on it. Probably. The odds would be there. Whereas, like, I could take steroids with my body and try to be a pitcher. I still might give up 9 runs a game because I can't control where the ball goes. But if I'm gambling, I 100% can control where the ball goes. If my first pitch has to be a ball, throw it up high to where the guy's definitely going to lay off it. Or as Class A did, throw it in the dirt to where, like, everyone's going to be like, oh, that's 40-foot pitch? Okay.
Now listen to this part, too. This program also has room for the offbeat. Listeners will learn of an association between the bookie and one of the players on The Real Housewives of Orange County, Ryan Boyajian. Boyajian, then the fiance of Jennifer Pedranian, I don't know, was apparently wired Ohtani's money. Boyajian received immunity in exchange for providing testimony, according to ESPN reporting. So some guy on The Real Housewives was getting money, too, out of this.
Somebody also brings up a good point. Like, greed on a whole new level. Like, guys are going to get furloughed like millions and millions of dollars. Like, that's the problem with that's a 7 deadly sin, man.
Yeah.
Greed, hate, envy, gluttonous, all those. Like, why do people it doesn't stop. There's never enough. Coming up, there's never enough of Josh Vernier. He joins us next year on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed.
Well, that sucks.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
My friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control want your yard to look as good as my yard. And the reason I'm saying that is because I had nothing to do with it. It was all Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And we got to that point where we were just tired of it. We're tired of a bad yard. We're tired of looking at weeds and brown spots and just the roots everywhere and no grass growing. And so I said, look, I'm done here. I'm going to call the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and I'm going to let them come out there and take care of this yard. I think they can handle it, And they did. They took our yard from a mess and turned it into the best-looking lawn on the block. And when you see those iconic blue trucks parked all over town, you know where they are, in front of the best-looking lawns in Kansas City. And Aspen wants to help you have a great-looking yard as well. Plus, they have the Mosquito Dome, and now is the perfect time to get that Mosquito Dome. Keeps out the mosquitoes, the ticks, the fleas, to make your backyard and your front yard the best place to be all summer long. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
It's Telly Tire and Auto Center's summer sale. Buy 4 new Continental tires and save up to $350 with instant mail and rebates when you add installation, road hazard protection, and wheel alignment. Hurry, offer ends July 31st. Take it to Telly. Details at tellytire.com.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation. Because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols, and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At Heartland Men's Health, we take great pride in providing excellent care and treatment options for ED. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, in North Kansas City.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets: appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match results bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in Ontario, Pennsylvania, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. New and existing customer offer, subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel, must be present in a state where it's legal to wait.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is George Karloftis, and you're listening to your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side heading into Kearney, 35 southbound, all lanes getting through, and those delays have unwound. 35 is heavy at the merge with 69 highway briefly, but past that, looking pretty good into downtown. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Welcome back to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Long-time listener and supporter of you because you tell it like it is.
Here's our Royals insider, Josh Vernier.
That's right. He's the guy you hear before every game and after every game. Josh Vernier, our Royals insider here on 96.5 The Fan.
Vern, we were just talking about Ohtani and this kind of bombshell that could potentially be with this new ESPN podcast that's coming out. They interviewed his translator, some bookie out in California. What do you think Major League Baseball is thinking right now about this situation potentially with Ohtani?
Yeah, I mean, it's first I'm hearing about it, to be honest with you.
It just came out 20 minutes ago, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm floored. Even though I don't know the details, I can't say I'm floored. I was just on one of the other shows in our building, and Ohtani came up, and, we were kind of joking about how quickly that was swept under the rug. You don't want to get too far down the line until more comes out, but, it's not anything new that what makes a man great is ultimately what brings him down, right? We've seen it all across sports over the years, from Tiger Woods to Michael Jordan. The greats are built different, and it's tough for them to turn it off. So, again, don't really know the story, but I was always surprised at how we all just kind of went with it and went, yeah, the interpreter was doing it all.
Right, but what happens, though? Like, what does Major League Baseball do if we find out that Ohtani really was involved with this? Like, how does it affect
Close
the game?
Doors. Yeah.
Wow.
Going into this offseason, something like that.
That's true. This offseason with the work stoppage and everything coming? Oh, my God.
I mean, the distrust is already going to be at an all-time high. I mean, the reason why Pete Rose was never allowed in the Hall of Fame, despite everyone banging on the tables, screaming, saying is because gambling is the one thing. If you don't trust the product out on the field, that is what ultimately can bring down any sport. So there's already going to be an immense amount of frustration this offseason, and if you start to sow distrust for a sport that's always battling with the NBA and the NHL and soccer and everything for the scraps that football allows it, it's the worst possible scenario for Major League Baseball, because there is no doubt he's the greatest player of all time. But if you're now questioning his, off-the-field antics, if you're now questioning, is he always doing right on the field, I don't know how you would recover from that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I mean, it would be akin to if when Jordan retired, if the rumors that we all heard were proven to be true. Like if Michael Jordan was brought down in the middle of his, dynasty in Chicago, that's the only thing you can really liken it to.
So you might be disappointed in me because when I was on vacation, I had my phone locked up at night, or during the day. But then at night, I'd go there, check emails and whatnot if I missed anything important. But I did see that the Obviously, the Major League Baseball draft was going on. Zion Rose, 6th overall. What do we know about the kid from Louisville?
Well, he's a ways away from the big leagues. I mean, I don't know, man. It's tough not to like a young man, that was just drafted and to see the potential in him. But, Dusty, I'll be honest with you. I have a tough time sitting here spewing all of the good things because you don't hear many bad things, right? Baseball's a game of failure. The kid's going to fail. How does he recover from it? He seems to be mentally strong. He seems to have the type of mentality that this clubhouse, that this organization so desperately needs. But, he's a 21-year-old kid that is yet to play a game of professional baseball. We've seen a lot of very talented kids drafted in the first round over the years, and some of them get it right away, some of them don't. I hope he does. Had a chance to talk with a few members of his family. It's impossible not to root for that family. Some great people. He seems like a terrific young man. I'll certainly be rooting for him. You hear the comparisons that the team wants to make. And, of course, you've never heard a team sit up at the press conference and go, yeah, we hope he works out. We're not really sure, but we're rolling the dice and hoping for the best. No, they love him. They compare him to Ron Gant, which, I would love strong Gant in the outfield for the Royals. I see him, and I said it last night on the postgame show that hopefully Isaac Collins turns out to be a poor man's Zion Rose. That football mentality, that little bowling ball that's going to not only bring the energy on the field, but also bring the energy inside the clubhouse. But, that's best case scenario. He's got a lot of work to do.
What'd you pick apart talking to his family?
Oh, just classic, being from Michigan, the Detroit area. They're all from Chicago. We, have a lot in common as far as sports growing up and the teams that we were rooting for. And then you get to know, what motivates them, what kind of little kid was Zion Rose. And, it just seems as if that household always had their priorities straight. It wasn't, hey, let's get on the back of Zion and ride him to the big leagues. No, this was a community that helped this young man become such a terrific leader of men that learns from mistakes, that has learned from his experiences, that doesn't pretend as if he has it all figured out. A very humble, intelligent young man, and to me that's always a reflection of mom and the rest of the family that you were around.
Vern, we're now 100 games in. The All-Star game is gone. The draft is gone. There's 62 more games to go in this season. The Royals are on a pace to lose 97 games. What will the last 62 be good for you if they do blank? Like, what are you looking for these last 62 games, or what should fans be paying attention to over the next 62 games?
Yeah, to me, nothing really with the team. It's more about individuals, and can certain individuals make me feel different about them on opening day 2027 than I do right now? To me, there aren't many. Luinder Avila has the opportunity here over the course of his final dozen starts to hopefully prove that he can be exactly what this pitching staff is so desperately in need of, and that is a high leverage arm with consistent swing and miss ability, whether that's high leverage out of the bullpen on opening day in 2027 or that's high leverage in the rotation. Right now, when I look at this starting staff in 2027, you need two starting pitchers that are as good, if not better, than Michael Wacha. That's going to be very difficult to find, but Luinder Avila has the ability. Now, over the course of the next 2 months, can he provide you and I with the type of confidence to believe that a playoff team can give the ball to Luinder Avila in Game 2, in Game 3 of the season? So I'm interested in watching that. Salvi, can Salvi remind us that he is a productive player? Can we believe that Salvi is more than a backup catcher heading into 2027? Can Vinny Pasquantino rebuild his value so we can talk about a possible offseason trade to bring in the type of pitching that this organization is going to need for next season? So Vinny, Salvi, and then Kaggs and Carter, of course. You just want them to stay healthy, continue to build confidence, and not allow themselves to give in to the failure and show up to the ballpark expecting to lose. Cags, Carter, Salvi, Vinny, and Luinder Avila. I would throw Daniel Lynch in there. I think it's interesting, as Daniel was nice enough to call into my postgame show on Saturday, and I was asking him, do you still think about starting? And he says, of course I do. I would love to get back into the rotation. Well, with the news of Stephen Kolek and the flexor strain that's going to have him out for the foreseeable future, with all due respect to Randy Dobnak, I'm not interested in watching Randy Dobnak get the ball. So if you don't trade Daniel Lynch in the next 2 weeks heading into the deadline, yeah, I would like to see what he could do in the rotation. He has the utmost confidence that, not just because of what he's done since the bullpen, but just maturing, becoming a man. He believes he's a much better starting pitcher. So maybe you give Daniel Lynch an opportunity to earn back a rotation spot heading into 2027. But, Bob, as far as the team, no. I mean, it'd be great if they avoided 100 losses, but I really couldn't care less one way or the other.
You mentioned all those pitchers. Are Waka and Lugo, you feel like they're going to get traded? Should they get traded?
Lugo, to me, isn't good enough. That would just be a money dump, and I'm not trying to pinch pennies for John Sherman. I still think Seth Lugo's could be a good number 4 starter, number 5 starter next season, eating up innings. So, yeah, I'm not interested in selling Seth Lugo for pennies on the dollar. Michael Wacha, yeah, listen, Michael Wacha to me is in a group of another 5 players that everybody has their differing opinions on, but if you believe this is as good as they're going to get from here on out, well, then I think you need to move Lynch, Lang, Wacha, Massey, Nick Lofton. Those 5 to me, unless you believe that this Michael Massey, who this season's been one of the best defensive second basemen in the American League and one of the top hitting second basemen in the American League, if you believe that you can rely on this guy to be your everyday second baseman starting in 2027, well, don't trade him. If you think that Nick Lofton is an 800 OPS guy against lefties and that versatility off the bench could be really beneficial for this team next year, don't trade him. If you think Daniel Lynch is only going to get better, if you believe that he's a starting pitcher or a high-leverage reliever, don't get rid of him. If you think Michael Wacha can duplicate what we've seen over the past few seasons one more time, well, then hang on to him. But if you believe that the stock is as high on Michael Massey as it'll ever be, Lofton, Lang, Lynch, Wacha, go make the move, win the move, and fill in next year, because you trade Wacha, you trade Daniel Lynch, it just creates another hole from an already barren pitching staff for 2027. The only obvious trade piece right now that's going to bring you back something of note is Lane Thomas.
Let's go.
Who, since Kyle Isbell went down, has been one of the 40 best position players in all of Major League Baseball. So certainly he's going to be traded, and JJ just has to win the trade. It's not, hey, you're only selling 2 months of Lane Thomas. Yeah, well, you're in Kansas City. You're staring down the barrel of 100 losses. You need to fleece whatever team ultimately pulls the trigger on a Lane Thomas trade. It's a tough job being the GM of a market like this in a sport like this, but them's the breaks. Go make it happen.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because it segues me into this question of, when do you see the Royals start to have those moves happen? Like, when do we see what do they call that, the hug alerts during the game, where it's, this guy gets taken off the field and we go in the dugout and see you later, I knew you for about 8 months, but still we act like we're brothers. When do you see that? And with the Royals having a 40-60 record, and I mean, again, you just mentioned the toughness of when to deal. It's like a stock market, right? Like, when do we see the Royals maybe get aggressive with this?
Well, right now, okay. All-Star game's behind us. The draft is over. Trade deadline is just a few hours, over 2 weeks away. Yeah, right now.
Right now, you get going.
Yeah. If you find, if that team, because the Royals are doing their due diligence as well. That team and listen, most teams would be interested in Lane Thomas, whether it's as a starter or as a bench player. Lane Thomas, just like a Daniel Lynch, a Michael Wacha, these guys fit on just about every contending team. The second that team calls you that you know has that young, controllable starting pitcher that is somewhat buried on their roster, a la Cole Reagans. Now, whether it's a big league ready arm like Cole Reagans was, or a AA, AAA arm that you believe will blossom into a big league starter, once that team calls, if they're willing to part with the piece that you like, yeah, pull the trigger right now. I'd be fine with any sort of move by the time I get to the ballpark today.
That'd be, and I'm with you, Vern. I kind of like your line of thinking. I just hope everybody just isn't waiting for that one person, whoever it is, whether it's the Mason Miller trade or whatever, to kind of get things going. I think right now the more aggressive you are sooner, maybe the more opportunity you have to get better pieces back in return as well.
Certainly, and you look at Lane Thomas and. It's obviously spoken by someone that has watched every single Royals game, that is, solely focused on Kansas City Royals baseball. But I'm sure if I take a step back and look at some of the other below 500 teams around Major League Baseball, they have someone, close to a Lane Thomas. So for as much as I sit here and talk about, he's of course a goner, of course you're going to trade him. He's not Babe Ruth here. There are other guys that if you don't pull the trigger on trading Lane Thomas today when they make that call, there's another team that they could call to try and find that right-handed hitting outfield bat. I know there's not a ton of them, but Lane Thomas isn't some diamond in the rough. So when that offer comes a-calling, man, if you wait, if you hesitate, if you kick that can down the road, you'll likely regret it. I would imagine it's somewhat similar to what we saw 3 years ago. Everyone wanted, most teams could find a spot for Aroldis Chapman, but when the Texas Rangers call you and you know they're willing to move a Cole Reagans, don't wait around. What's the point in waiting around? As Dusty said, you're 40-60 at the 100-game mark. Guys, that's the fifth time in the last decade the Kansas City Royals have been 20 games under 500 at the 100-game mark.
Say that again?
Fifth time in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't bode well. Like, how do you win your fans back based on stuff like that?
Well, you don't. You get 18,000 on a Sunday when they're giving away a Bobby Witt Jr. bobblehead. I know it was 1 billion degrees out, but bobbleheads normally bring the people. Fireworks normally bring the people, and still, fireworks on Friday still only saw 25,000.
Yeah, but like going into next season, fans, like if you run this thing back and don't make major changes, how do you sell this again in 27?
You can't. Because I know you guys won't. Cody and Gold and the Drive, we're not going to be bought back in.
No.
I don't know how I could. Because the only way you can run it back with the same offense is if you do go out and bring in 2 starting pitchers that the average baseball fan knows quite well and knows are better than Michael Wacha. Come on, what's the likelihood of that? So, No, to me, this offseason has to be highlighted by a painful trade, something that really hurts the fan base. There's a lot of number 9 jerseys, a lot of Vinny Pasquantino, a lot of Michael Garcia. One of those jerseys that you see all over Kauffman Stadium, you have to do something major, because to run it back with that same team, that same clubhouse, that same limping out of the gate in April, that same nervous energy, that same reluctance to fight. Not fight on the field, but man, I'm still going back to last Sunday's game when Lucas Erceg hit Blaze Alexander, and Blaze started to run his mouth, and Salvi runs to the pitcher to pull Erceg back, and Vinny runs to Blaze Alexander to crack a few jokes, and the first guy that kind of seemed like he was about it was Josh Rojas. To me, man, as I was watching that game, and I know this is more than a week old and I shouldn't be bringing it up, as I'm sitting there watching the game, the second Blaze Alexander starts chirping at Lucas Erceg, the Royal in me was like, thank God I got an opportunity to go hit somebody. I don't understand how you're having such a disappointing season. Baltimore's giving you an opportunity to throw, right? Baltimore's giving you an opportunity to really hit someone and take your frustration out, and no one really seemed all that interested.
Yeah, why? Come on, man. Like, go out there and do that.
But that goes back to leadership. I know people always want to point to the manager, but these guys haven't been in a fight since this really became Salvi's team. That's not what Salvi's about. Go back to last year with, who was it, Wilson Contreras, when he spiked Jonathan India. What did Salvi do? Ran up to Wilson Contreras, trying to make sure that he didn't get into a fight. Bobby's not a fighter. Salvi's not a fighter. Q's not a fighter. They're all driven. They're all competitors, no doubt about it. But, that you don't have the Giordano Ventura, the Gerard Dyson. Isaac Collins might have a little bit of that in him, but he's just not producing well enough that people are going to follow him if he starts a dog pile with the other team.
Vern, if you could fight somebody at the station, who would you pick?
Ooh. Well, it's got to be somebody that I think I can beat. So you two are out.
I don't know about that. I think
out.
you kick me in the ass.
It's either C-Dot
Cody's
or
out?
Yeah. Cody's seen some stuff, man. Cody's not going.
All right.
Cody's not going to stop until he's dead.
Let me just jump in. Cody is that guy who will fight dirty.
Yes.
And you don't want to fight against that guy.
He'll pull something. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go. Yeah, it's Gold. I don't want to fight Gold. I love Gold, but I think I could handle Gold.
Okay. Well, on that note, Vern, I love you. Take care, and we'll talk to you next Monday.
All right, sounds good.
Take care. Josh Fringer can kick Alex Gold's ass right here on 96.5. No, I'm kidding.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have fun. You're 40-60. What do you want to talk about? Vern talking about the Royals being 40-60, or Vern saying kick Gold's ass?
Yeah, we need more of that.
Let me ask you guys this.
I need more of that.
Is a trade this offseason enough for fans? I don't think it is.
The way he described it is. The way he said it's going to have to be one of those, like, pull your heartstring trades where it's like, because I almost asked, like, is the number 7 out there?
Yeah.
Like, is that what we're getting to, Vern? And he said 9, 11, and all these guys. I'm like, okay.
Does Garcia move the needle, though? If they trade Garcia, does that have an impact?
Like, ooh, because, like, I made that post. I said, everybody but Carter Jensen, Jack Caglione, and Bobby Witt Jr. are on the trade block. Those 3 are it. And I mean a ton of people. Oh, you're not going to mention Michael Garcia, the World Baseball Classic?
No, I'm not. He's
Baseball Classic.
Yeah, I don't care about the World Baseball Classic.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It's an irrelevant event that caused people to believe when they were basically facing AAA competition. That's what it was. It was AAA competition, and a couple of Royals dominated some bad players that you probably have never heard of before. And we all bought in, and we all got like. Does Vinny move the needle anymore though? If they traded him. I mean, I think people are kind of moved on from Vinny right now.
Yeah, I mean, I asked the question last week just about trading and successful second half of the season. I mean, Vinny Pasquantino was the one guy that kept coming up in the text. I think everyone's ready to trade.
Everybody's ready to move on.
His replacement's here.
Yeah, exactly. And
really good.
Thriving.
10-game
hit streak, home run derby, 16 home runs on the year.
More.
Right. So his replacement is here. So I don't think that would be a big move as well. I just think they need to do more.
I think the way that he described it, we got to get out of here, but like the way he described it, a lot of 9 jerseys out there, a lot of people that love Vinny.
Yeah.
They love that sort of presence, the mouthpiece that you said. The guy that you had mentioned could wear the C on the jersey eventually.
Yeah.
Gone. Coming up next, there's 2 sports that have 2 different narratives but have the same sort of attention span. I'll explain why the WWE is getting into 2 different sports here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, the summer's rolling along, and that means the heat's going to stay there, which means you need to cool down with a Surfside. You know what I'm talking about. You go out to the K, you're watching the game, 0 bubbles, 0 troubles in your hand with a Surfside. Grab a delicious Surfside today. It's only 100 calories, and the best part is 0 bubbles. That means there's 0 troubles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game or hanging at the tailgate. Also, ask for Surfsides at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game. You must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Don't wait until the next storm reveals a roofing problem. If your roof is over 15 years old, schedule a free inspection with Century Roofing's award-winning team. With over 36 years of experience and 36,000 roofs installed, we've been voted Best Roofing Company in Johnson County 5 years running and Best in Kansas City 2 years in a row. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com today. KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
the corrupt political establishment. If you're ready to give them the finger, Taylor Burks is your man for Congress. Taylor Burks, America First conservative, outsider, 3 combat deployments as a naval commander. Taylor Burks will stand with President Trump against rhinos and the corrupt establishment. In Congress, Burks will always put America first. He'll work with Trump to deport every last illegal, ban communist China from owning 1 inch of our land, and protect our elections by passing the SAVE Act once and for all. So if you want to tell off the political establishment, conservative warrior Taylor Burks, an America First patriot for Congress. Paid for by Show Me Valor PAC. www.showmevalorpac.org. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Show Me Valor PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's the law, man. 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the law, man. 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The lawman gets results of the law. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine. The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
This July is America's 250th birthday, and Lotse Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with their 250 for 250 deal. All month long, men who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days earn $250. You're over 40, you've got low energy, low sex drive, not feeling yourself. Lotse Center is raising the T of America Patriots from C to shining C. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal. Visit fixmylowt.com and book your free tea test today. That's fixmylowt.com. Offer in July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
The burrito is fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scramble burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
That wreck really took everything off track. Can't work, can't help with the kids. The bills are stacking up.
Then stop waiting. Call the Car Crash Kings, SWL Injury Law. Car crashes, that's what they do.
Yeah?
Yeah, they go to work so you can get your life back and get paid what you're owed.
Don't get pushed around. Visit us at SWL Injury Law today for your free consultation. We're the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
Visit SWLinjurylaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Kansas City, July is a time to think about freedom, not just as a celebration, but as a choice. Freedom from feeling stuck.
Centric gives people the freedom to pursue a meaningful and fulfilling career path forward without putting your life on hold, because you can build practical IT skills through hands-on, instructor-led training with strong employer connections right here in the Kansas City region.
So this summer, choose Forward Motion. Centric, practical IT training, real opportunity. Visit Centric.com to get started today. CENTRIQ.com.
Brought to you by Duke's Real Mayo.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about good mayo, Duke's Mayo. It'll make any dish sing. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side, 435 westbound, heavy coming out of the Grandview Triangle to about 103rd, then another slow spot from about Warnell to the state line. Earlier stalled in the center lane before Warnell has been moved off to the apex of the ramp. Kansas side, 35 northbound, briefly slow around 75th Street with an accident reporting. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Has LeBron announced his team yet?
Coming.
He said this weekend at Fanatics Fest, you just got to trust the process.
Oh, nice. So he's now stealing other people's taglines.
Yeah.
As if he's never done that before.
Wait, who said trust the process? Who is
Joel Embiid?
Embiid, right?
He's Joel the process
right.
Embiid.
So that's where I'm kind of saying, are we saying trust the process? And that's an indicator
That's Philly.
that he's going to Philadelphia.
That's it.
Jaylen Brown,
exactly
LeBron James, Joel Embiid. Big three.
That's a hell of a...
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey,
Man.
PJ Edgecombe. Yeah. That would be, if he wants to win a finals, that's where he should go.
Philadelphia? Yeah.
100%. You're not winning in Cleveland, and you're definitely not winning in Miami.
The same committee on LeBron James' decision on where he's going is the same committee that was on the stadium talks in Kansas City. Soon. Had to.
Day to day.
As you know, a little bit of me gets nerdy about the WWE because I grew up watching it. I only get involved with it when it comes around, like guys like LA Knight, or it's SummerSlam process, or Royal Rumble, or WrestleMania. I'm not going to act like I'm involved with all the pay-per-views, or if they even still do those, if they consider those anymore. But I'm not watching Monday Night Raw every Monday. But I do believe that at times you can take and copycat what the WWE does and promote it into other sports. Burrowhead. Boy, that was a WWE promo if I've ever seen one. We're going to go back to Burrowhead. Okay, boom. What'd that do? Ignited an entire fire in 2 states in the middle of the United States, right? Kansas and Missouri both were like, F these guys. And then, oh, by the way, their mayor got in on it.
That's right.
And what did your all-star tight end do? He said a line that The Rock did all those years. Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni. If that's not the WWE script I've ever seen, that's one of them. We have one in golf. This happened over the weekend. For those of you that missed it or did not follow this, I know you were doing the Fescoe festivities in the southern parts of the United States. But I will say
I had
this.
no interest, no idea the Open was even on until yesterday.
And it's your greatest tournament. It starts at 4 o'clock in the morning and ends at noon, and it's over.
Had I been working last week and we were watching a different story.
Correctamundo. So what happens in this tournament is Bryson DeChambeau, knowingly or unknowingly, stepped on the grass. And rule number 1, you cannot, I don't know if it's rule number 1, but it's a well-common known rule. You can't affect the lie of your ball or the track of your swing. Bryson DeChambeau did that. Rory McIlroy spoke about it and also said this.
What did you think of the scenes after? Obviously, you guys were delayed getting your tee times as well because of it all going on.
Late night for everyone. I won't pretend to be up here and defend Bryson. I'm not particularly fond of him. I think a lot of it's performative. I think a lot of it's for attention. And to hold the tournament hostage like that and have all of us, volunteers, players, everyone waiting on him to depart, I didn't feel like it was a great look.
So let me talk to you. Bryson and Rory have always kind of had this, right? Bryson DeChambeau comes up on the tour and he's got this funky hat, looks like Payne Stewart a couple of times, and then all of a sudden becomes this beefcake in the offseason, becomes this man that's going to smash drives. Everything about him is this like new technique thing, ball speed, club head speed, all this stuff, and it works. He wins a major tournament a couple years ago. Looks like it's happening. He revives his career because he goes to live and everybody has their opinion, but then Bryson DeChambeau does all these things that people can get behind. And again, before I go any further, this has nothing to do with politics. But Bryson DeChambeau has always been a man that craves the attention. Me. There was a time where he got in a fight with a rope at a tournament. And then this happened where he did the line, and I quote, "Well, I just won't play tomorrow because I got a 2-stroke penalty." Whether you knew or didn't know, you did improve the swing track of your club to the ball. It's a rule. There are a million golf rules that suck. I'll admit it. They are horrible. Golf is a sport that was made in like the 1600s that just really never has adapted to the modern technology or the modern sport. There are rules that have changed, right? Like grounding the club or doing this sort of thing. But he cheated, whether he knowingly or unknowingly did it. But what you have right here is a sports hate rivalry, which is one thing that Danny Parkins always told me and always said to carry on is love, hate in sports, and more love in the world. Bryson and Rory, I have not very rarely, that doesn't make sense, I have not very often heard someone go up there and say, look, I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to like this guy. In fact, everything he does is for attention. Can we get that in football? Can we get that in baseball? By God, can we get it in the NBA?
Yep.
Right? Like all that sort of action is what we need. And this is what golf needs to do. Promote this. Go find your Don King. Because when they asked Scotty Scheffler about it, he kind of punted. When they asked John Rahm about it, he kind of punted. Colin Morikawa, all these names that you know, we're just like, it's Bryson. Whether he's doing it for attention or not, I don't really know. But we all know that Bryson gives off very insecure vibes. And Rory gives off very insecure vibes. Oh, I didn't do live, and I could have made $500 million. Then why didn't you? Because a bunch of other guys did, and then he got dragged in the mud by the PGA, and all of a sudden now we have this in sports hate rival. I get it, it's golf, it's boring. I'm with you all on that. It is. It is. It's a boring sport to watch. But boy, this is an ignition that you need to start to get this sort of thing going. And it would get more people involved, especially if you paired them up.
I think it would be great if we had more of this in all the other sports, as you
Fantastic.
mentioned. Like Vern talking about the Royals not firing back at Baltimore last week. That's weak sauce, man. Grow a spine. Fire back at somebody. You need more of that in sports. You need to have those rivalries. I wish we had trash talking between, Burrow and Mahomes. Like those two guys were doing the trash talking. That would add so much. Or even coaches. Like, what if Andy Reid gets up there? Who the Chiefs open with this year, right? They have their first game of the season with the Denver Broncos, right?
Like nothing's like.
What if he gets up there and goes, "We look forward to the challenge of the Broncos. I hate Sean Payton and I want to beat his ass." Like what? Why? How great would that be?
Last year when Sean Payton was like, "Yeah, they're more of a first half team."
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah,
Sweet.
like he threw some fire out there.
Yeah, he did.
I'd love Andy Reid to say, all right, we had a bad year last year. We gave that Orange Joker an opportunity to win the division, and they took advantage of it, but now it's back. It's ours.
And that's the thing is, like, no one cares what, Jamari Connor has to say to Jamar Chase popping his mouth. But you know what they'd really love? Is if Travis Kelce be like, you know what, man, the guy's kind of been a tool his whole career, has no success, been to one Super Bowl, didn't win it. I got 3 rings. So until he does that, he can shut up and kiss my ass. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Appointment television. And you've got, and to take it back to the golf, you've got Bryson, who is his way. You've got Rory, who's also bitching and moaning a lot, taking people's cell phones, talking about, this and that. Oh, someone threw a beer at my wife. Actually, go back and look at the tape. No one threw a beer at your wife. It was knocked out of their hands. You're letting the crowd affect you. Insecurities on the course. The same with Bryson. But you know what you get to do with both these guys? Pick one. Who do you want to cheer for? Because they both suck at multiple times when it comes to their attitude and everything, just like you could have in football. If Josh Allen came up and was like, man, you know what? I hate playing Arrowhead. Their fans suck. They're rude. They're obnoxious. They're drunk. You know what you're going to do? You're going to get more rude, obnoxious, drunk people, and they're going to focus in on Josh Allen every single time. That's the way the world works. More hate in the sport, more love in the world. Don't go be a jerk to your boss on Monday, but go be a jerk to Josh Allen in the crowd on Sunday. Totally fine with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be fun, man, especially in baseball, too. We need to get more of that back in baseball where guys are fighting with each other and battling and talking trash and giving you a reason. Like, the NFL is great. The trash talking would take it to a different level. It doesn't need it. Baseball could sure use it. The NBA could use it. All the other sports could use it.
We're getting it back in the NBA a little bit now, which is great.
A little bit.
Wembanyama is a big time. Like, he says what he thinks, he talks trash about Chad.
Dude's still getting booed at Fanatics Fest by Knicks fans.
Like, I don't like Jazz Chisholm. But what if Jazz Chisholm came out yesterday and was like, man, I just don't know if we can pitch to Ohtani because you might have somebody in his back pocket telling which pitch is coming.
Ooh,
hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like little WWE promos in sports would carry this whole thing.
Oh,
so.
and he's the one who would say something like that, too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I hope he does.
Coming up next, we get back into football, what really matters and what we can do this year to see the best of Patrick Mahomes on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, if my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying to you, you gotta feel better, and we can all do this together. And so when your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. So do your homework. Remember, once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. You need to get a consultation with my friends over at QC Kinetics before you schedule surgery. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Kansas City. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why QC Kinetics is awesome. So don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. So give them a call, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
Conservative, family man, author of The Bald Plan to Reduce Property Taxes. Listen to Scott Schwab.
Property taxes are killing Kansans, but one day it hit me. BALD.
BALD stands for Better Affordable Living by Decreasing Property Taxes. And it's the only detailed plan. Schwab's BALD plan means voter approval for property tax hikes, refunds for unfair assessments, and tax relief for seniors and working families. Listen to Scott Schwab.
I focus on reducing taxes for Kansans. You should keep more. My BALD plan makes sure of it. When I'm governor, we'll get it done.
Finally, a governor with a good head on his shoulders. Author of the BALD plan to decrease property taxes. Conservative Republican Scott Schwab for governor. Visit scottschwab.com/bald to learn more. Paid for by Schwab for Governor, Jim Felter, Treasurer.
The best football contests are back out in Las Vegas with Circa Sports. $30 million in guaranteed prizes. No rake in any of the three contests. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Or Circa Survivor. You pick one winner each week, the last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
North KC, 169 highway southbound, slow rolling from 9 highway to the airport exit. South side, 435 westbound, sluggish from 103rd to the state line. Earlier problem before Warnell has cleared. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all your favorite shows, shorts, and clips. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Only 24 Mondays left in 2026, according to Uber Facts. So share this one with us. because before you know it, Monday Night Football in Kansas City. Have they put the GEHA back up? And is that did anybody else realize this? That FIFA treats the host cities like all of us treat the Lake of the Ozarks? We go down there with our money and we have a hell of a time. And then on Sunday, all right, see you later, have fun, and just leave everything. Like, did somebody from FIFA go and take off all the tape at the Gillette Stadium? Did they do that? Probably not.
Probably not. No, they got some fan that was like, okay, I'll do that for a free soda at the game.
I'd do it for tickets. I don't know if I'd do the whole stadium though. I'd do like an entire section. But I just thought it was interesting. Does FIFA go back in there and like redo things that they made get redone? Because I was wondering when they start putting up the arrowheads and the GHA and the Hall of Fame names back in the.
I'm sure like a lot of. When was the last game? Last Saturday. So it's been a week. Maybe they've already started that process.
Because the airport on Sunday or Saturday when we arrived home still had all the World Cup
all the
stuff.
World Cup still up at the airport.
We were talking about this during the game yesterday. A couple of buddies and I hung out and watched the final game and went to the beach with, and they were like, "Do you think they're going to keep the World stuff?" I'm like, I would assume they kept it up till Sunday. And then once Sunday was over, all the World Cup stuff was down.
I was thinking actually about that yesterday because I saw the World Cup stuff at the airport too. I'm like, I wonder when they're going to take this down. But then I thought, why take it down? Continue to represent that we were one of the 11 cities in the world that hosted this thing, right? Continue to push the fact and the narrative that Kansas City is a great place. And every time somebody now lands in Kansas City and they see the World Cup stuff, they're like, oh, yeah, that's right. The World Cup was here. So I'd leave it up as long as you possibly can. Maybe it gets to football season, when the Chiefs start in September or something like that. But I would try to leave that up as quickly or as long as I possibly could, just to continue to push that narrative that the World Cup was here in Kansas City. I talked to a friend of mine, and their restaurant yesterday was double the amount from a year ago on the exact same date. And they attribute that obviously to the World Cup. It's sports bar type place. And, they doubled their money on Sunday from what they did a year ago because of the World Cup being here in town. And that's really a good thing. I mean, you look around Kansas City and there's stories like that of people who did well and did some good things. And I don't want to say I hate to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. The 2031 Women's World Cup will be in Kansas City. I had heard over the last week or so, Kathy Nelson is leading the bid for the United States. And if Kathy Nelson's leading the bid for the United States for the Women's World Cup, Kansas City is definitely going to be one of the cities for the Women's World Cup. And so we're probably going to have this back in 4 years with the women's field here in Kansas City. Maybe it's Kansas City and whoever knows what other cities are involved. But if the person who runs our city, basically, and Kathy, is in charge of the bid for the whole United States, there's a really good chance we get the Women's World Cup here in Kansas City. And so now we're starting to get into that routine of, hey, when big events happen in the United States, Kansas City is where they're going to be. Well, our friends in Houston said to us, they go, we didn't even know the World Cup was here.
Someone says they just drove by Arrowhead and the FIFA stuff is still up. So, yeah, Mac, take Bob's advice and just serve your wedding cake all the way into August when you go to parties. Like, I brought dessert.
Hey guys, I
again.
Yeah.
Just use it and enjoy it.
Costco cupcakes is what you get. So.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Yep. I'm not mad about that.
Nope. $85 versus $1,200.
Yeah, it makes a big
like
difference.
A smart decision.
Yeah.
You're learning. Yeah.
So, what did you take away from this World Cup now that it's over?
Me, I just took away how awesome everybody is in the world, and 4 people have basically ruined it for everybody, and we saw the world come together. That was my biggest takeaway.
I just love that the stars were stars. We got Messi in the final against Spain, who's now going to be the force next year. Mbappe was the golden boot. The third place game was electric and fun because it was just scoring. But I think the number one thing I take away, guys, not to be, sentimental or emotional, was all of us going to the Orange March.
It was great.
Oh, it was
fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great day.
I've talked about that almost every day since then.
It was fun. Somebody's like, you were there? Yeah, one of the thousands. And it was great. Not a worry in the world. It was fun. It was cool to be a part of it. It's good to put a bow on this World Cup stuff finally. And I get it. There's people that, please, God, move on. Well, there was a big game yesterday that, unfortunately, at our job that we have to kind of talk about. And it was a fun game to watch. I mean, at one point in the 80th minute, Argentina didn't have a shot or a shot on goal. Not one.
Crazy.
And Spain had 32 total shots, 12 on target, 20 total. So I will say that out of this, seeing this, it was kind of like the messy exit, I think the way that most people would like to do it, right? Go out, you play in the championship game, you won it 4 years ago, your legacy's built, and now you're passing the torch to guys like Haaland and Mbappe. And I think that's what we get to gear up, because a lot of people will forget about this in 2 weeks. Obviously, of training camp starting for the Chiefs, the football season will take over everybody's attention, as it should in the United States. And then in 4 years, we'll be like, oh, yeah, you remember when Haaland came on the scene and just started torching everybody? That guy's back. Mbappe's going for another title, trying to get 2 World Cup championships in his career. That'd be something to watch. And then who's going to be the next superstar? And will the Americans have a shot at doing anything productive in the round of 60?
Yeah, there are already 2 teams in training camp right now. The San Francisco 49ers reported on the 18th. The Seattle Seahawks reported on the 17th, and everybody else, for the most part, reports at the end of this week or early next week. So you want to talk about a switch being flipped from where we were with the World Cup yesterday and these last six weeks to now we're all on to the NFL, and everybody's going to be talking about what's going on with their favorite NFL team. And this is the time of year why the NFL is so good, because there's conversations in every single city right now about how we're one player away or one play away from potentially getting into the postseason this year. And if we get into the postseason this year, we can maybe make a little bit of a run. Every city has that belief right now, right? They believe that their team is going to be good, and training camp's going to start, and everybody's going to be excited with football. And I thought the World Cup was the perfect thing for the perfect time this year. It just worked perfectly here in the United States. And I retweeted something from an account that I follow that's all about like Italy, you know, pictures of Italy and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, it makes you feel good when you see, you know, the flowers and all that great stuff in Italy. And this guy tweeted out, he said, "Since no one said it yet, I'll say it. Kudos to America. You absolutely crushed the organization of this World Cup. Flawless machine, 0 hiccups, world-class venues, everything executed to perfection. But you can't host them all, right?" Just asking.
Right?
I mean, that's a guy from Italy, where soccer's huge, obviously, in Europe. And he's saying, can we do it in America again? I think 2038, it will be back in the United States of America.
You ready to get jersey horny?
Yeah.
Not like your hometown, but like football jerseys. This comes from Ian Rappaport. The Bengals will wear white helmets on their New Year's Eve on their New Year's Eve game against the Ravens for the first ever white Bengal stripe game. This combines the white Bengal and stripe, the jungle, to create a stadium-wide white and black tiger stripe effect.
I'm going to love this when it happens.
It's just hard.
I could care less right now.
Yeah. But on New Year's Eve, so December 31st.
It's going to be great.
But until then,
cool.
Will Joe Burrow be in that game?
Wonder if the Chiefs will wear their red or white jerseys that day.
Yeah.
What color pants?
Yeah.
The white stripe. Will they play like the? That was the best part about the World Cup. Was the introductions.
To the jungle.
Yeah.
You do that too.
He doesn't sound like that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, have you guys seen David Lee Roth?
Yes. He doesn't wear underwear.
Dude.
And he wears skin tight leather pants and just lets
Hang
the
it
hog
up,
flow,
baby.
dude.
Hang it up, dude.
Well, Vince Neil,
he's been doing that for years.
I mean, it's
I
now
thought there was
on
something different.
No, it's on my algorithm now. And I'm just like, people are paying for this? I liked one old classic rock video of guys performing, and now I've got it all. I've got the Motley Crue. I've got all these guys. Motley Crue bad too.
Yeah.
They were never good.
Oh, back in the day?
All these guys are. It's time.
Or
It's
like
time.
Motley Spew.
And
right?
very few have the do it at the right time. Messi, if he hangs it up here, just plays MLS, doesn't go back to the world stage. He's hanging it up at the right time. He ends at
he'll go
near
back
the
to
top.
MLS, I'm
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got his contract there. But
Yeah.
as far as world stage international stuff, he can hang it up here and still hang it up as the best player, tied for the best player, whatever it is. Like, that's the perfect way to do it.
Well, in 4 years, I mean, he's going to be like
43.
Yeah, there's no reason to continue on after this.
Training camp, 1 day until that starts. Preseason, 21 days. 2026, 41 days. Super Bowl, 209 days away. We are 50 days away, and we talk about it next year on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports. I know that I'm hard.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, analytically the best morning radio show in Kansas City, as voted by people.
There's a lot of people talking out of their butt.
Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5, The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending know what we're all going through right now. We're all feeling a little squeezed, right? High interest credit cards, higher grocery and gas prices, and trying to keep some breathing room in the budget can add up fast. Golden Oak Lending can help. In fact, Golden Oak Lending saves the average customer over $1,100 per month. And this month, Golden Oak Lending is offering a complimentary appraisal credit up to $600 with a qualifying loan or refinance. Start with that free mortgage checkup from a Golden Oak loan officer. They're absolutely awesome. They'll review your current mortgage, they'll look at your home equity, and they'll help you see whether a refinance, cash out option, or debt consolidation strategy may make sense for you. There's no pressure, just real answers from a local team that's respected and helping homeowners for years. They've been helping us for over 11 years at Golden Oak Lending. So if credit card debt is weighing you down or your monthly payments feel too tight, see what options may be available. Call or visit GoldenOakLending.com today. They can cure your blues. That's GoldenOakLending.com. It's Golden Oak Lending.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
One contractor, all things parking lot. That's who they are over at Gann Asphalt and Concrete, a locally owned and operated company who is ready to take on that project for you, whether it be commercial paving services, asphalt services, or any large-scale project. The first thing a client sees about your business is the parking lot, and Gann Asphalt and Concrete is ready to make sure it gives the right first impression. Trust a locally owned and operated company who is ready to do that work for you. Give them a call, 816-688-3512, or check them out at GannAsphalt.com.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
It's Carrington Harrison from The Drive. If anyone knows about sports fans, it's me. I get to live and breathe the excitement of the season all year long. For advertisers, that passion matters. It's exactly why sports radio performs for brands. People who listen to sports on the radio, via streaming, or on sports podcasts are nearly 3 times more likely to consider a brand that supports their favorite team. If you're interested in reaching sports fans, we have the playbook for you. Check out our comprehensive ebook, State of Audio Sports Fandom. Check out stateofaudio.com.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At Heartland Men's Health, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Today, expect sunny skies with a high of 98.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Here's a World Soccer Championship recap.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. The final between Spain and Argentina delivered a matchup between the top two teams in the world. Spain's strong defense that did not allow Argentina a single shot on goal to produce their 7th clean sheet of the tournament, along with their ability to dominate possession and a game-winning goal in extra time, is all La Roja needed to win 1-0 for their second World Championship. I'm Fernando Carlos.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
It's been 20 years since the Patriots went back-to-back, and the Chiefs can accomplish that if they can go 75 yards and score a touchdown and win the game.
Well, you have the right guy to do it.
You're going to win championships. It's an American story, and that's why Americans are going to love it. People are going to build you up. God, are they going to? Because when you're great and new, we love you. Man, we'll build you into something that doesn't even exist. You're going to change the world. But you know what?
Yes, sir.
Once they've built you as high as they possibly can, they're going to tear you back down. It's the most predictable pattern. We build you into something that doesn't exist, and that means you have to try to be that thing all day, every day. That's how it works. And we do it again and again and again. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna be attacked, betrayed, exposed, and humiliated. And you'll survive that. A lot of people can climb that mountain. It's the way down that breaks them. Because that's the moment when you are truly alone. And what will you do then? Can you summon the will to fight on through all the pain and rise again? That will be the defining question of your life. And I think you already know the answer. And that's why we're all here. You're gonna be remembered forever. Because some things are eternal. You're Patrick freaking Mahomes. And your story is gonna make us want to fly.
In the shotgun, Mahomes, second down and 8. Shotgun snap from their own 28. There's a short pass at the 30. It's caught by Rice. He tries to maneuver. The Chiefs have got to get a first down or it's over. So Mahomes in the gun, half yard to go. 4th and 1. Inside his own 35. Kelsey in motion. Shotgun snap. The fake handoff. Mahomes will run. A block by Kelsey. He's got the first down over the right tackle, the 40.
Do you really think that you would ever, with a Super Bowl on the line, Patrick, give it to somebody else?
It got to a point where he had so much confidence, he knew he was going to do it. The players that were in the huddle knew that he was going to do it. The fans in the stands knew he was going to do it. And where it becomes the ultimate is when the other team knows he's going to do it.
Deja vu. 3rd down, 6. Ball just outside the Kansas City 45. Low shotgun snap.
Back to throw. Throws over the middle.
Rice, and it's not the one we're thinking of, but the Rice for the Chiefs.
This is a 3rd down and 1. And look out for Mahomes running again.
Mahomes is going to run at 30-yard line. 25-20. Mahomes inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. Shades of Super Bowl 57 when he ran down the field in pain with the ball in his left hand and a sword in his right.
And to watch this absolute surgeon on the football field and one of the all-time greats do his thing again, it's almost like poetry.
It's a first down for Kansas City and goal to go.
And suddenly, Joe Montana realized he had left all his magic in Kansas City.
1st and goal at the 3. In the shotgun, Mahomes. Low snap. He runs and he throws.
Right side throw, touchdown! Kansas City!
It's caught. Hardman caught the ball. The Chiefs have won. The Chiefs have won. Their 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years.
The legend of Patrick Mahomes grows. Patrick Mahomes heads off on his lap of honor. Helmet raised. The great one with the great deed.
The Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. It is a dynasty.
And I'm proud of my guys, man. This is awesome. It's legendary.
As the Chiefs' kingdom becomes a dynasty.
And Patrick Mahomes doing it again.
in the game's most critical moments.
As a quarterback and having that type of a game in that game itself, you dream of those days. There's no better way to do it.
Damn, it's great, isn't it? You got it right.
That's really good. That's really good. Like the weaving of the Montana stuff in with the Mahomes. Yes. I told people, and Josh and I said this years ago, when that Montana documentary debuted on Peacock, it is Patrick Mahomes. Everything that Joe Montana did, Patrick Mahomes does. It's crazy to watch that documentary on Joe Montana and go, oh my God, Patrick Mahomes is Joe Montana. The magic, the magician, the plays, the balls. All of that kind of stuff. The ability to win when nobody thinks you're going to win. The ability to slow down the game. The Joe Montana story of being down in the Super Bowl and getting in the huddle with 2 minutes to go and 80 yards and goes, ooh, John Candy's in the crowd. And John Taylor and Jerry Rice like, what? You're worried about who's in the crowd? Yeah, we'll be fine. John Candy's there. Let's go. And they go down the field and they score and they win. Beat the Bengals 23-16. Same thing with the 13-second game. 13 seconds left in this game. We're down. So what? Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. And we win this thing. I mean, it's crazy, the comparisons between Patrick Mahomes and Joe Montana. And I don't know if there's two other quarterbacks on earth right now that have that kind of similarity that Mahomes and Joe Montana truly do.
I think when it comes to, those two, like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know Elway always had that fourth quarter. Brady kind of had that. It's just the killer instinct, man. Like, you just, no doubt, never a doubt is what Nick Wright would always say. But, I mean, you'd always think that it took some people maybe longer to get to that point than it did for others, whereas the 13-second game happens, and that might have been the nail in the coffin, right? Like, okay, that's it. I don't need to see anything else. Maybe it was winning a Super Bowl with Kadarius Toney, MVS, and Sky Moore. I don't know. Maybe that was when Mahomes realized it when he did the Jordan lay on the sidelines where he's like, I can't believe we actually won this game. But it is crazy to think that he's coming off of a, pretty gruesome, brutal knee injury and looking like he's going to be ready week 1 against Denver in Arrowhead on Monday Night Football, and the place will be electric because they're introducing the offense, and when he comes out of that tunnel, that place is going to flip upside down.
Oh, it's going to go. It's going to go on its head, and it should go on its head because when he went down with that injury, everybody immediately is like, "Oh, what's going to happen with Patrick Mahomes? He may not even play next year." I'm like, "No, he'll be fine," and he is going to be fine. I talked to some people when I was on vacation about where he is and how he's coming along, and it's just Pat will be limited for precautionary purposes at the beginning of camp, but that's all it's going to be. I mean, so when they do announce that Pat Mahomes is limited because of precautionary reasons at the camp, please don't freak out. I'm telling you this right now. It's precautionary reasons. There's no reason to get upset. Patrick Mahomes is going to be just fine. And that's the best news we can get going into training camp. And if there's anybody out there who is doubting Patrick Mahomes, you just haven't been watching Patrick Mahomes and the way that he tackles rehab, the way that he tackles getting ready for games, the way that he tackles his profession is so much different than just about anybody else out there. Now, again, I can't speak for every quarterback out there, but I know what I see here. And that's why I look at the injury from Holmes. I'm like, man, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. He's going to knock this thing out of the ballpark, and he's going to exact revenge on a lot of people this season.
Yeah, Logan and I talked about it last week. His pocket passing ability, he's got the second most touchdown passes in the pocket and since 2018, I believe. So, I mean, he can kill you from the pocket. We've seen it in 2022 as well. As far as his EPA per drop back in the pocket, he's been a top 10 quarterback every year these last 4 years. You say, oh, his pocket presence, he's getting I'm trying to find the word, not nervous, but not.
Yeah, I see. Quick-feeted.
Yeah, exactly. Just rushed, right?
The yips.
Playing hurt. The yips, a little bit like that. It hasn't shown in the stats, hasn't shown in the advanced metrics. And you look at just fourth quarter when trailing in the final 8 minutes, this stat's gone viral over the weekend. Mahomes 17-35. He's got a 32 winning percentage when trailing in the final 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. To conversely, Burrow 1-33. 2% winning percentage. Lamar, the second best out of the current quarterbacks, 10-32, 23%. Allen 13-42, just under 23%, and then Herbert 10-43, just 19% or so.
Yeah, so this guy wins at all stages of the game. He doesn't beat you right in the
beginning.
Burrow
1-33, also never thrown a touchdown pass in the fourth quarter of the playoffs or overtime of the playoffs. But
wow,
we praise this man. Just look at the facts.
Well, we praise him because we're tired of talking about Patrick. Well, not me. I could talk about Patrick Mahomes 5 hours a day if I had to, but the world is tired of talking about Patrick Mahomes. I think it's a lot with the messy stuff,
trying
too.
To do an extra hour radio?
Yeah, no. But not a chance. But I think, unless we're talking money, yeah, right. That money for us. Okay. I'll talk Mahomes for money is what I'm getting at.
But money for nothing and chicks for free.
Yeah, Mahomes for free, right? But I think when we try to make cases for why other people are better than this guy, and I just hate you sound like a doofus when you're trying to tell me somebody's better than Patrick Mahomes. And that's not a biased guy sitting here with a Brett Veachtown shirt on and a Chiefs hat going, woo! It's common sense. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now and maybe the second greatest of all time. There is nobody better than him playing the game at this point in time. And when people sit around and go, I don't know, Lamar's better. Based on Burrow's better. Based on Rodgers is better. Based on whatever you want to put up there, Allen's better. Based on what? Patrick Mahomes is the greatest winner we've ever seen, man. He's awesome. In Kansas City, obviously Brady's in a lifeline by himself. We've never seen a better winner and knows how to win more than what we're watching with.
In a lifetime of his own. I mean, this guy's career is not over. And if you just take their first 10 years, Mahomes is actually better than Tom Brady. Both winning percentage, playoff success, he's actually right there. At worst, he's tied.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that's the other thing, too. Tom Brady's career is written, Mac, and we're all trying to finish Patrick Mahomes' career, and we may still have another career to go
100%.
with Patrick Mahomes. We may have another 10 years with Patrick Mahomes.
This will be like the 8 and 24 with Kobe. It's going to be 2 Hall of Fame careers.
Could be, yeah.
Brady technically had 3 Hall of Fame careers? Is that what it
I'd
was?
have to look at it. Yeah, probably.
Should Mahomes change his number then, too?
And just go to 5?
No.
Your guys' you can give 2 people of the week if you want. These are 2 texts we got because you mentioned 209 days. That came from NFL Stats on X until the Super Bowl's played. And someone says 209 days away from the Chiefs' last game of the season. But wait, there's more. Dear Calendar, thank you so much for the World Cup, the Knicks, Taylor and Travis's wedding, the NBA draft, LeBron, and training camp. Signed, sincerely, John Sherman, JJ, and Q.
Yeah, imagine if we didn't have all that stuff, how bad we'd be hammering the Royals. They're lucky. They really are. I mean, that's a great text right there.
Someone had asked me what we'd talk about if we didn't have the World Cup going on. And I was like, well, we can get creative.
There's all stuff, yeah.
But, yeah, it definitely helped. But, Mac, we're what, 50 days away?
50 days. Justin Houston days away, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Willie Gay days away.
Is he still playing in the NFL?
I don't know. Last he was on the Saints.
Houston days away a little more.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
He's just more of a legacy in Kansas City.
Yeah.
He's on the Dolphins right now.
Willie Gay is on the Dolphins?
He is on the Dolphins right now. 50 days away. What is your favorite play? And I ask you text line as well, 913-586-7965. What's your favorite play from one of these playoff runs specifically? We talk about the regular season stuff all the time, which is great. There's more plays than we actually that we've forgotten than we actually remember.
Which is insane.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't remember which game it was, but I was like, oh, I forgot that play happened. You know, it's just like there's so many Mahomes moments, but it doesn't have to be a Mahomes moment. A Chiefs moment from the playoff runs in this last 8-9 years, this era. What's your favorite?
Yeah, it's the pass to Travis Kelce against the Texans in the playoff game when they were down 24 into the end zone, 3-yard pass, just lifted it over about 10 Texans that were surrounding Travis Kelce. I love that play.
Yeah, I had a buddy text me earlier when we were doing this saying L'Jarius Sneed punch out of Zay Flowers at the 1-yard line, getting it right before he goes into the end zone, and just basically the rest is written in that. I go back to the Chris Jones batted ball against San Francisco. Purdy rolling out, he's got a guy in the flat. I'm just saying to maybe glaze this up, if he completes that pass, that's maybe a touchdown.
Yeah.
If that's a touchdown, the Chiefs have to go down and score a touchdown to tie the game. Instead, they hold them to a field goal. The Chiefs go down, tie it. They go to overtime. And maybe the second biggest play of the run is the Niners taking the ball in overtime. I know that sounds kind of sarcastic and it's not really a play, but to know where the Chiefs were mentally as opposed to where the 49ers were mentally in that moment, thinking we've got to give our defense a break. Buddy, you're in the Super Bowl going against the dynasty of the Chiefs. Go out there and make them do it first, and then you know what you have to do. And as soon as they said, we'll take the ball, the Chiefs are like, we know exactly what they're doing. Andy Reid licks the thumb, goes to the spot in the playbook, moves it over, and goes, all right, here's our overtime playbook. We've got this ready to go. And plus, not only that, you gave Mahomes and Andy Reid and company time to orchestrate that drive, knowing all the rules of overtime to say, hey, it doesn't matter if time runs out. It is score or turn the ball over until this game is over. I was one of those fans going, hey, come on, get on the ball, get on the ball. It doesn't matter. The clock doesn't matter in overtime in the playoffs. if they score a field goal, you score a field goal, we go back and forth. But you have all the time you need to go get a point or get points, unless obviously you turn it over on downs. So that coin flip and that batted ball in that game, my goodness, those go unthought of. But I mean, you could go back to, Sorensen on the fake punt.
The Sorensen against the Cleveland too.
You go back to Kadarius Toney's punt return. Go back to, running the corn dog with mustard on it. All these sort of things that you wouldn't think about. I know that Jet Chip Wasp is in there. I know that the 13-second game is in there. Those are free spaces on the bingo card of greatness. But again, that goes to show you what the legacy that has been built with this team, that there are all these things, right, that have happened. There are teams out there that have one play that they remember that maybe won them a championship. The Chiefs have 10 or more.
Oh, yeah. It's a multitude. It's too many to count.
And it's not being biased. It's being factual. I mean, you look at playoff runs, and yeah, the 13-second game didn't lead to a playoff or to the Super Bowl win, but that is one of the most electric top 3 games you've probably ever watched in your life, whether you are a Chiefs or a Bills fan. You're a Bills fan, that game hurt, tore you up. But man, you walked away and go, we gave it our all, and it still wasn't enough. So, I mean, there's plenty of things that can go out there. I mean, even guys like Dan Sorensen, go back and watch that game. And be like, oh, yeah, 49 did come up big in that game. Yeah.
He started the momentum. Without him, that comeback doesn't happen.
That gave you the
straight
inch
up
to gain a mile.
I mean, it's crazy how we always want to write off that guy. He's very instrumental on 2 different postseason runs.
I mean, not even talking about the run against Tennessee, the run against Philadelphia on one leg.
That's one of my favorites.
I mean, it's just nuts, man.
Yep, said F you to everybody. I can do it on one leg. This is a good text, too. Mahomes' deep ball to MVS late in the AFC Championship game against the Bengals. It's a touchdown pass. He threads the needle between two receivers. He's about to get hit. I mean, they needed to score on that drive. I think it was a 3rd down.
I even go to the AFC Championship game against the Ravens when MVS couldn't catch anything that year.
Yep.
And he catches the clinching ball with the 2-minute warning going out.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't care what you did all year. Dropped every pass thrown your way. You caught that one. The Sammy Watkins throw to ice it against Tennessee.
One of my favorites.
How about every Frank Clark sack to finish off a game?
Seals
Another
game.
one now.
Yeah, you can hear the when you watch that Watkins play.
How about Butker's field goal to send the 13-second game to overtime? I mean, you want to talk about that may be his most pressurized kick of his entire life.
Oh, yeah.
About that because, all right, fine, we're down 3, 13 seconds left. Only this idiot sitting on his couch thinks they're going to win and it's going to be fine. And then your team does it and puts you in field goal range. And all you have to do now is kick that. Imagine if he misses that.
Yeah, we take that part for granted because
we really do.
He just hasn't ever done that. But, I mean, that 49ers overtime, that's an overtime because their kicker missed a PAT.
Yeah.
That game doesn't go to overtime if that happens, right?
Fair point, yep.
And he had, gone 23 of 23 and, points after touchdowns?
Yeah, and, I don't
And
care.
he was a rookie out of Michigan.
Yeah, yep, it was.
And he goes to the Super Bowl. Hello, nerves.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because what was Butker's kick to go to overtime? 46 yards?
I have no idea what it was.
Yeah.
I want to say it was probably 43 yards to send them to overtime. Because it wasn't a chip shot.
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't one when you're up there going he's got this. Now, maybe there were some people out there like, it's Butker. He's got this.
Back then, what year was that?
Oh, no, that one was a chip shot, apparently.
Okay, it was?
29.
29
Yeah,
yards.
they got him far enough.
Yeah.
Got him far enough.
Okay.
The 4th and 1 in that overtime, I don't know if I've been more nervous for a play. They were driving down the field after the Niners stopped them for a field goal. Chiefs have the ball, 4th and 1. I mean, they had just ran it on 3rd and 1, gained nothing because Chiefs, Andy Reid, no running backs. Predictable. Boom. Travis Kelce goes out to the right. Mahomes fakes the pack. Bosa goes right over Kelce. Boom. Mahomes runs it for 5 yards, keeps the drive alive on his own legs, at his own volition, does what he does every time. I'm going to take it into my own hands because that's what the greats do.
Yeah, they do. That's exactly right. That's why I think when we're talking about quarterbacks, we expect the greatness. It's like, yeah, I know Mahomes is just better than everybody else, but he set the bar. And if you want to be great, you got to be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, clutch 49-yard field goal as time expired. That's the 13 seconds game for Butker. Okay. A crucial 54-yard field goal in the Titans AFC Championship game to get back momentum, tie the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2018, he's got a couple big ones. But yeah, those are the big ones. They don't mention this one against the. Oh yeah, they do. The 49-yard field goal against the Bills. But there was another one in Buffalo to win it. I thought that one was a little far.
Yeah, after the Buffalo kicker missed something as
Tyler
well.
Bass
yeah,
missed
right,
it.
Yeah.
Yes. Tyler Ass.
Yeah, I mean, Butker did not have a good year last year, obviously.
Yeah,
and
last 2 years
they,
now.
They expect him to be back. We'll see what happens, but I think we're getting closer to the end than we are, the prime of Harrison Butker. It's going to be an interesting one to watch this year.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, I've said this. Yeah, he probably won't be on this team next year because of the contract. The team's got a team option. Nick Bolton probably won't be on this team next year.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys that probably won't be on this team this year, but Butker, I think, is
About
one.
a third of them.
Yeah, exactly. But guys who we've known for a long time that have been here. Nick Bolton, in my eyes, doesn't have a lot of opportunity to change his legacy or change his ending here. I think that's probably just going to be done after this season. If Butker comes back and is one of the better kickers in the NFL, they'll eat the money and keep him as the highest paid kicker.
Well, yeah, because
that value is
the value is there. It takes that anxiety away. I mean, we have seen kickers in this league for so many years not be legit. And we've had this legit kicker that we've taken for granted for all of these years. And now you're starting to see a little bit of, hey, maybe he's getting up there in age. But if he goes out there this year and dominates, yeah, you're right, Mac. You have to pick up that option next season.
With a superstar QB like you say, this is from the 816, should it really come down to a kicker? Sounds more like a great kicker that bails us out.
Who do you think put him in position to have the kicker bail you out?
Yeah, say that about Gostkowski and Vinatieri.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brady's nothing then. Yeah, also 29-yard chip shot. You got him in position to be, almost a PAT to go to overtime.
What's like the passing yards this year that Mahomes could have that would make you go, oh my gosh?
6,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If he
48?
goes, yeah, I was going to say
close to 5, yeah.
I was going to say even like over 42 or 4,300. If he's in the low fours, that's where I expect him to be. That's where I hope this offense is back to. And maybe they won't be because they'll be more predicated on the run. But we'll see. Yeah, if he's over the low fours, I'm going to be like, let's go. That's back. I mean, who was the highest passing yard? Matthew Stafford, maybe it was last year. He's low fours. You could look at it, but it's we act like it's 5,000 yards, 4,800 yards most seasons. It's not.
It's not. No, those are extreme.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said 6,000. Those are extreme numbers. Like the 10 sacks too. This guy's he should have a 10 sack season.
Matthew Stafford did have 47 last year. That was really good.
Matthew Stafford, 47. Jared Goff, 45. Prescott, 45. Drake May, 43. Sam Darnold, 4,000.
And then you're down to 4,000. Just like that. 5 guys. Yeah, so if he's over 41, 42, I'm going to be really pleased, not just because it's Mahomes. I'm not going to be surprised by that, but I'm going to be more pleased with, okay, this offense has a passing attack. We can actually hurt you airily again.
Right.
Would you trust Leo Messi to be your field goal kicker?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Absolutely.
With the left?
Absolutely.
I'd have to see him kick a football first.
I'll trust
Cairo
him. He'll earn
Santos
it.
did it for years.
True.
Coming up on the other
He's
side.
still doing it, right? He's still playing in Chicago?
I think he is still there.
Good for him.
They have kickers like the Steelers have coaches. Like Robbie Gould was there for a year.
1,000 years, yeah.
And then in comes Cairo Santos. Coming up on the other side. Show the weekend presented by the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to feel better, my friends at QC Kinetics are helping people here in Kansas City and all over the United States. And when your joint hurts every single day, and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. So do your homework. Remember, once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. And you know what you want to do? You don't want to replace your joints. So before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients right now here in Kansas City. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before you make a decision that can change your life. So get that free consultation scheduled today at QC Kinetics. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane and Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Baseball season is in full swing, and that means the summer heat is coming. The guys at Climate Control have been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years, and they know how to get your cooling system ready to handle our scorching hot summer weather. Stay cool and comfortable this summer. Call Climate Control today at 816-265-2830. 816-265-2830 for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I'm worried. Since your accident, we've got medical bills and you're missing work.
I know. I just don't know where to start.
We call SWL Injury Law the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do.
If they can help us get through this.
We've helped people just like you recover what they deserve. Visit us at SWL Injury Law today for your free consultation. We're the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
Visit SWLinjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. I mean, mop drop. Swiffer Power. A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From backyard barbecues to homegrown herbs, the best parts of summer start at Lowe's. Right now, get 3 Fairy Morse 1.3-quart vegetables and herbs for just $12. Plus, get 4 bags of Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil for only $10. Whether you're planting something new or giving your garden a refresh, now's the time to make the most of your outdoor space. Save more on what you need this summer at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Kansas City storms can leave behind roof damage you can't always see. Hail and high winds may have compromised your roof, even if everything looks fine from the ground. That's why Century Roofing offers a free roof inspection and handles the insurance process from start to finish. For over 36 years and more than 36,000 roofs installed, homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. Voted best roofing company in Johnson County for 5 years straight and best in Kansas City 2 years in a row. KC-based and female-owned. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Liberty.
Here's a World Soccer Championship preview.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infiniti QX65. Now that the world's biggest sporting event has come to a close, it's time to look ahead to the next tournament in 4 years, where it'll be jointly hosted by Spain, Portugal, and Morocco, along with special matches to celebrate the tournament centennial. One in Uruguay, home of the very first tournament, along with a match in Argentina and one in Paraguay. I'm Fernando Carlos.
Brioche of the weekend.
Big brioche guy.
Love that. Yeah, good take.
That's right, brioche of the weekend time. Mac way to hold it down last week, getting nothing but high praises from the text line today.
Thanks, man.
Did you have fun without us in the studio?
It was a blast. No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody said he can hit lefties. Screw analytics. But brioche of the weekend presented by the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. I can start things off because, I can be at times a wrestling geek. And Bob, I don't know if you saw this over the weekend or not, but your New York Knicks decided to storm the WWE and won Karl Anthony Towns.
And now Danhausen sticking cat on J.D. McDonough. A slam dunk choke slam.
Oh, he's not done. There goes young Dom. Table behind him.
With Dominic Mysterio. And alley-oop to the table. Didn't even take his sunglasses off, Cole.
Big Karl Anthony Towns, brioche of the weekend. You want to say he's soft. You want to say he's kitty cat.
No.
Went out there and just, now props to the professional wrestlers for selling the move, but he choke slams two guys to the ground, one through the table to the ground. Brioche of the weekend. Karl Anthony Towns with two choke slams and one of young Dom through the table. Unfortunately, Liv Morgan wasn't ringside.
It's fun how when you win a championship, you get to have all these other experiences. We're seeing the Knicks right now do what the Chiefs have done for all those years, right? Be invited to these big events because everybody wants to be associated with the champions. Did you see the Yankee hat that Brunson had on, the personalized Yankee hat?
Yes.
Where it said Nixon 5 on the side?
Fantastic.
Like, it's so good, man. They are just absolutely eating it up.
Yes.
They may not make the playoffs next year.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
They got 10 years.
Yeah.
They've 10.
Eternity.
54 since the last one.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Not only that, but I believe Halliburton came out, tried to spoil Jalen Brunson's run, and that ended. So
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah, he looked great. He got the glasses on.
Oh, yeah.
Cat did. He looked great.
Is LeBron going to announce his decision today?
No.
When do you think that's going to happen?
As long
because
as he can
I'll be
make it
honest
go.
with you, LeBron, you got about 4 days before training camp takes over.
Yeah, he'll
This is the perfect
he'll be bigger
week.
than training camp, man. We will put him, not here because we're in Kansas City, but an NBA town will put LeBron news over a training camp.
Somebody else says,
in my opinion,
to Bob's credit of the 6,000 yards passing for Mahomes, somebody from the 913 says, well, if he passes for 353 passing yards times 17 games, that equals 6,000 yards. I mean, not impossible.
Not impossible. No, not impossible. Not going to happen.
With this receiving core?
But yeah,
Yeah,
well, who
maybe.
knows? I mean, you never know what happens with this. My brioche of the weekend goes to my friend's son, my friend Bernie Haney, my friend Britt, who was the best man at my wedding. We've known each other for 30 years. His brother Bernie's son finished second yesterday, runner-up in the Kansas Amateur Match Play Championship. 37 holes of match play yesterday out at Mission Hills Country Club. And so, Charlie Haney, I want to give you a shout out because you did an amazing job yesterday. You didn't win. You're still young. You got opportunities. The winner got into the U.S. Open yesterday. And so that was really cool, that Charlie could have qualified for that. But the kid who won, Caden Levian, Leivian, want to shout him out as well. But, like Britt's texting the whole friend group yesterday, every hole, what's going on with Charlie, and everybody's into it, and we're all rooting him on. And it's like, all right, I got to get on a plane. Some of these droids, they don't connect in the air. And so I'm like, Britt, you need to text me personally. Let me know what's going on. They go sudden death after the 36 holes. They go, we're going to sudden death. Now boarding your flight. Shoot, got to get on the flight. And finally, like halfway through, the text comes through. It's like he lost on hole 37. But even still, man, I'm so proud of Charlie. And I mean, 37 holes yesterday.
The heat index of 100.
They were done with 18 by like 9 a.m. And so they started this thing really early yesterday. And then the cool thing about it is like Charlie and Caden have been friends forever. Here's a picture of them as little kids, and then you get the picture of them yesterday. playing golf.
That's
and
dope.
so that's really awesome, man.
circle.
Yeah, it really is.
It's kind of Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas.
Yeah, it is. And they've kind of been rivals because the winner, like I said yesterday, got the U.S. Amateur qualification in Philadelphia. Also, Charlie lost in a playoff for the 6A golf championship out at Firekeeper to the same kid. So this kid dominates, this Caden kid, but Charlie Haney going to be up there as well, doing a lot of good things, man. So fun to see.
Jaden and Braden?
They are. Yeah, Jaden, Braden, Caden. Yeah. I did see a kid at the airport with a backpack that said Braden, and I'm like, of course it is.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to both of those kids, man. It's fun to see your friends' kids do really good. So Charlie Haney, congrats to you, my man. You continue to make your old man proud, and you continue to make all his friends proud, too.
Heck yeah.
37 holes in that heat, man.
Oh, my God.
I'd like to know how many gloves he went through.
When was the last time you played 37 holes in one day?
Never. We always tell ourselves, let's go play 18 more. And we played 9, and we're like, all right, we're good.
We're good.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, tired, I'm sweaty.
And then to do it under those conditions yesterday, knowing that if you win, you get a qualification for the U.S. Open amateur status. I mean, I've never done anything like that. That had to be mentally grueling for both of those kids yesterday, man. Yeah. And the cool part about it is Charlie's dad was on the bag caddy, which makes it even better. Way to go, Bernie.
Hell yeah.
That's
Bernie, you see around the press box. He keeps stats for Mitch, too. So
nice.
Carrying the bag for your kid or keeping stats for Mitch. I'm not sure which one. I know which one's better.
Yesterday,
it's carrying that bag.
Stats.
Yeah, yesterday, yeah.
Any other day, bad.
Yeah.
I'll go. I was at Varsity Club yesterday downtown. Just all of downtown brioche. Loved seeing people there. Loved seeing it so vibrant. Last day of the World Cup. It was awesome. Everyone was into the soccer. It was great. I was outside in the shade, so it wasn't as bad, but it was still hot and it was super fun. Had some great drinks and it was great. Also, just see this from Underdog NFL. NFL owners expecting to finalize an extension with Roger Goodell in the coming months. So
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Goodell.
Why wouldn't he? He makes him a ton of money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great for the league. He does exactly what they want. I don't know what people expect out of commissioners. Get bent. They work for the owners. What do people why do people get mad at the commissioner? What do you expect that guy to do?
Well, part of that is like that's like our WWE of the NFL.
Yeah, he is.
That's what we boo him. It's kind of our
But
thing
he's
to get
kind
in
of
the
come
character.
over. Like for me, he's
I know,
on my
you love
side.
him
I
now.
love him now. I think he's great. Once the COVID thing happened and he started making fun of himself and enjoying the moment. I mean, I don't know why I like him or why we hate. Like he should be like irrelevant to all of us. He just does what the owners tell him.
He's having games every day of the week, and he's taking games outside the
That's
U.S.
not
soil.
again. It's not him. He's doing what his bosses want him to do.
You want some Goosebumps text?
Yeah.
My daughter's friend got first at Junior Nationals PGA, Lisa Herman from Jinx America.
Nice. Way to go.
How about this one? You ready for this? This is fun. From the 816. Can I please get one in? Yes. My nephew was a K-State commit kicker. New coach called him and told him to decommit. Didn't know what to do. Phone rang. Just entered West Point. Will be kicking for Army. Love you, Max.
Oh, you got a better end of the deal, man. You're going to West. That was my dream school. My whole life I wanted to go to West Point. Then I realized I had to be in the military and I wasn't tough enough or smart enough to get into
smart
West
too.
Point. Yeah,
Smart too.
You got the better end of the deal. K-State or West Point, let's go.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
There you go, Max. Big
Badass.
shout out there. Going to
That's
West
cool,
Point.
man. It's going to be a great place to go watch games. It's one of the best settings in all of college sports, man. Ask Mitch to talk about it sometimes. He'll get you with the goosebumps of Mikey Stadium on the Hudson River, and the leaves are changing colors, and the cadets and the pageantry. That's really cool.
We might have to reach out to Mitch this week anyways. We're getting close to training camp. We'll have to have him on here again soon.
You think he knows it's getting close?
Is he not there already?
Yeah, I mean, is he already not up in St. Joe?
It's like the blades of grass are starting to turn brown. That means it's getting ready to go down in St. Joe.
He's out there with the Pony Express Museum or something right now, right?
He's already figuring out what school he's going to get Max, mid-major Mac on
Mid-major
first.
Mac, yes.
Can't do that with Drew. He'll win right away.
Oh,
He'll
easy.
know it. Yeah, it wouldn't be as fun.
Not a bit. Yeah, not at all. But yeah, so let's see what training camp presents for all of us. But it is wedding week continues. As we get Bob's advice on a Tuesday, we'll get Bob's advice for Mac every day of the week. They just found this out because I just brought it up. But yeah, Bob's advice every day to get him married. Soft butter, will it be a topic? We don't know. But we can tell you this. Go do something nice for somebody because you never know.